Hello! Greetings and welcome to you, bravest citizens of our new world. It is I, Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Terrorwart, coming to you live from our Lair 4.0. Once again, we are here in the wonderful throes of D&D 5th edition. We are back again with our B team, where once we were floating around within the kingdom of Autometh. Thank you, Kara, for your subscription. We are now shifting our focus back to the B team's location upon the large, sprawling Gothic city of Alderth.
B team.
The B team.
A team of bees. A team of bees.
When last
So many
we left
bees.
our adventurers, they had made their way within the front gates of the Manor Waycrest, trying to figure out exactly what was going on within the terrible and sinister walls of this place. They had come into their first encounter of a necromancer who had several zombies and skeletons in his immediate employ, all of which were summarily dealt with, and he was brought to a position of imprisonment. He is now hands up at your guys' mercy. That said, he also is now with his hands up. I believe Sneck at one point also then removed his amulet and smashed it upon the ground.
Yes.
Yes. So, in doing so, we will now bring ourselves to everyone's attention. So, starting at the top of the order, of course, we've got our skeleton archer being played by Esteban.
Good evening.
Yeah. And we've got Raynor playing our draconian and sorcerer named Drakiar.
It is time to unleash the bees.
Goodness, I didn't know you learned that spell. And we've got Keldaka Gray playing Sneck, our kobold cleric.
Sneck is surrounded by smiteable things. If Sneck is dead, do not revive.
And of course, we are also joined by Quad playing Alloy, our warforged warrior.
Activating kill mode.
And we've got Palanthir coming on in playing Caleb, our Air Genasi rogue.
Clearly, someone else aside from me has been channeling their cyberpunk. Quad.
That's good, Quad.
Shit.
You know, one of these days we'll have to update Alloy to Linux.
One of these days. And last but certainly not least, of course, we've got Enbisaurus Rex, and they are playing Piffles, our goblin bard.
I feel Talon we should still have some bees. So Dracula doesn't have to cast more bees. We should just have bees.
We should just have bees.
2020.
The problem
We
has been
should
made
just
worse
have
by
bees.
the addition of yet more bees.
That's a 2020 slogan if I ever heard it.
Oh, yeah. So now we find ourselves within the Manor Waycrest. You stand now in this opulent room, the polished marble floors having just been cleaned by a prestidigitation spell cast by, I believe, Drakiar, and the rest of the body sort of moved into the corner of the room. The necromancer stands with his hands up after you freshly took and shattered the holy symbol, which was very strangely similar to the holy symbol that you are carrying, Sneck, except yours has blue gems where the eyes should be. His did not.
Except yours is cooler.
So what do you guys do?
We left off, and it was Talrand asking them questions?
Yeah, he had just put up his hands and basically said that he was now at your mercy, as he could no longer obviously fight you off. He said he knew that he'd been when he's beat, and that's that.
Sword still pointed at him.
Oh yeah.
Not the most devout follower of your Lord of Undeath, then?
He kind of shifts back and forth in his shoes and shrugs. And he says, like, survival is certainly more important given some situations over others.
As a precaution, does he have a spell component pouch that I can see at all?
Roll me perception.
Okay. Oh, I love having an SSD now. This opens so much faster.
And a 10. So yeah, you do see that on his, like, underneath his black robes, you see attached to his belt are a series of, like, it's like a little bandolier of pouches, like a utility belt almost, of different components and things.
Unless he stops me, I'm going to take those.
Nice.
He does nothing. He just stands there with his hands up still as you, like, fucking rummage through his belt. You basically have to take the belt off. His pants don't fall down, but you do manage to, like, take off his belt and take away the spell component pouches. You may add to your inventory, should you like, a spell component pouch.
I'll just hand them to Drakir.
I don't need them. I got a spell focus.
I
More
can
spell
take
things for
them.
you to-
I like to eat weird stuff.
I will give them to Piffles.
Piffles, you now have a spell component pouch. Let me know if you eat anything from it.
I'm gonna take it because it's on
Is
a
that
belt, and I'm just
important?
gonna put it over top of my other belt, and it's gonna be too big, so I'm gonna tie it in a knot around my other belt.
Jesus Christ. All right, so you now have yourselves a lovely little situation going on here. What do you guys do?
Didn't we just need to bring back proof of there being like necromancy and stuff here?
Yes, we just needed information, but optimally resolving the situation would be best because we can't leave the city until it's resolved.
Fair.
Or
So-
else the necromancer.
Well, we're at the point of what information are we hoping to get out of this guy? Because either we're like we can't take him with us, so either we're
Who
like
do you work for?
kind of it. It's like
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Who's your dad? What does he do? So you
How many
ask
ne-
him who he works for?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, as you ask who do you work for, he kind of, like, furrows his brow in more than a little confusion, and goes, I serve the Lord Waycrest. Do you not... Are you in here and you don't know that? And he just sort of looks between the lot of you, in a bit of distress.
Oh,
I
we
was
know.
hoping
It
for
just helps.
more of.
It helps to get confirmation.
what is it you do for the Lord Waycrest?
Ah, yes. He kind of, like, gestures to the, like, with one of his hands up, kind of, like, points over to the zombies that are on the floor, and is just like, I serve my Lord Waycrest through research of the dead, as do some of us here. But of course, proving that, beyond whatever it is you may pick off of me, would be, I regret to inform you, more than a little difficult.
Why?
Well, because any one of these things could just as easily be claimed as being something that someone put here to frame him. It's plausible deniability. It is not uncommon for commoners or other such ne'er-do-wells to attempt to besmirch the good name of lords and ladies.
How many necromancers such as yourself are working here?
Oh, honestly, I never really kept count, truth be told. But there are certainly more than a few.
What is Lord Waycrest? Is it Waycrest or?
Waycrest.
What is Lord Waycrest's goal here? What is he after?
That is not communicated to me. Those sorts of things are kept to the higher-ups, as it were, but if I were a betting man, I would say that, yes, these sorts of things would certainly be of interest.
Is Waycrest the one responsible for the Hunter Moon?
Well, I would certainly say so. As, again, that would be my guess. What with the things that are going on downstairs.
Downstairs, so you can lead us there.
I could show you the door. He sort of, like, shrugs a little bit. Like,
So you could lead us there.
Holding sword a little bit closer.
Yeah, roll me Intimidate.
Who specifically? Can multiple of us do it, or?
Are we going persuasion or intimidate? Is he intimidating and I'm persuading?
Cool. If you wanna roll to assist, you can.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Cool. Drac here, I regret to inform you that whatever it is you're attempting to do to be intimidating doesn't seem to work. But swords to his neck, with a 15 and an 11 to assist in persuasion, he goes, I could take you to the door, but I dare not go down. One such as me, even in our research, are not permitted into the lower levels. There are things going on down there that even I am not allowed to see.
Okay, we're gonna tie you up first while you
That's
take
fair.
us there.
Yep. He's like, yep.
Can you tell us general information about the layout of the manor?
Certainly. Well, there is this floor that you are on here. This is obviously the main entrance. There are 2 floors above this that are... To say that it is expansive and extravagant would be an understatement. There is, of course, the basement, where things are going on that I'm not allowed to know about, and there is, of course, the Lord's Tower, which would be to the east wing of this building.
Which way is north on this map?
Up out the door.
Okay.
So the map
So
is
the front is facing north.
Yes, the front is facing north. The map is correct with a compass where one applied.
Is the Lord's Tower that big circular bulb on the far side of the building?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could imagine so.
I probably should have zoomed out and looked.
Yeah. And he says the servants' quarters are mostly located on the west side, and the lords and the lord's personal guests are more onto the east side of this wing. And our particular research, which we perform, is mostly relegated to certain sections of the 2nd floor, and also certain specific sections of the 3rd floor.
What exactly do you research?
Again, like, with his head sort of motions to the zombie and the skeleton that are lying in tatters on the floor in the corner. And he says, well, the dead. It is curious to me, if I may inquire. And he eyes down to Sneck, to your holy symbol specifically, sort of nodding towards it and says, do you worship the false god?
Oh,
And he's dead. We've lost our source of information.
And just like that, he's fucking dead.
No, Lloyd just like one hand gesturing to Snick.
Huh, what a shame. He activated his self-destruct sequence.
Talon prepares to pull out the dagger that rapidly gets stabbed into the guy's belly.
No.
He's still just preoccupied looking through all the new pockets she has acquired.
Sneck would very, very, very sternly look at the man, like teeth, like little dagger teeth clenched because he's a kobold.
Mm-hmm.
Say, I would withdraw that statement. I promise you, if you withdraw that statement, my large metallic friend here will not scream like a boar.
And he nods and goes, this is fair. Very well. I say this only because many of the denizens here understand I am not a priest. And he, like, motions with his head to the components pouch. And he's just like, I study the dead academically. Many of those who exist within this building, though, worship. They worship a god of death. and they've given me that symbol which you have so crudely smashed.
It's a symbol of a pretender.
So you would say, many who exist in this building...
So I inform you.
And the Lord Waycrest himself believe otherwise. There is talk of a god of death, to which they all have begun worshipping some time ago. Maybe a decade, maybe more.
I
Then
shall
there is
forgive
talk
them their
that
ignorance.
there is talk that there is another god of death, one who is a pretender. And he looks very pointedly at Talrand, the skeleton archer amongst your group.
Has he seen past my mask?
No. But I mean, he has Arcanum that he like very clearly recognizes skeleton when he sees one, even with your outfit on. He makes a pointed look at Talrand and says, "They are considered a pretender because they do not enslave the dead; they simply raise them. It is considered blasphemy."
To be a god of death, would you not also be able to instill that death with its own life? Or are you so weak and restricted that you could not do that?
He kind of shrugs a little bit and he goes, like, I don't know. Understand, I'm an academic. I don't buy into all of this that they're getting into. I saw an opportunity to study and I took it. And all I had to do was make sure that any research findings that I made, I presented to the Lord. And that was it.
So in your research, you figured out how to raise skeletons and zombies.
He pauses for half a moment and goes, "By myself, yes."
What other undead are in the building?
He sort of like shrugs a little bit with his hands up and says, "Look, typically through necromancy, mortals such as myself are only able to raise specific undead. Skeletons, zombies, wights, things like that. Intelligent undead is, at least through academics, the ones that allow this kind of practice, is very much frowned upon. Creating intelligent undead is dangerous. It runs the risk of creating more, and the dead that create more dead is not good. Not if you seek control. Not if you've raised them to perform tasks, you understand."
So not if you act as a slaver, is what you're telling us.
Slaver, perhaps, is a crude term, one might say.
Yet accurate.
Perhaps, depending on how you go about. There's more than one way to skin this very particular cat. Some...
Why would you skin a cat? What did the cat do to you?
This guy can't win with Snake.
Not to, you know...
Oh, snack.
Not to tell you how the sausage is made, but very particularly, if you were to create undead, there's more than one way to go about it. Some, like this apparent god of undeath, circumvent a great deal of effort by trapping the individual soul within the corpse. That
So
acts
slavery.
as an energy source, and that creates them the ability to wander around.
So being slavery is nicer than what you do.
Not what I do. No. He shakes his head and he says, "There is other ways to do this. You can simply take a corpse and then imbue your own will into them to create undead. It is a mimicry of life, as some say, some who are obviously a little softer around the edges than us. That being said, you simply use the corpse as resources. Lots of people don't particularly like that because it's, great Aunt May decided to get up and walk around and do the dishes after she'd expired. Oh no. But it's not a person, it's just their remains. It's different. Others use a combination. They create an undead using the person's soul as a power source within it, and then they let it go."
To clarify, the undead you have here are through your own power. They are not trapped souls.
These were given to me. Those were trapped. Yes.
They were directly tied to you, though.
Yes. They were not made by me.
And yet you continued to enslave them.
He's just like, I really don't have the opportunity to disagree with those who live here.
Doors over there. We came in just fine.
Yes, and if you continue to rummage about, I would like to leave through said door, if it's all the same. I understand when I'm beat, and I would like to trade this information for my life, if it is agreeable to you.
Perhaps questions of morality can be left to later. Right now, we need to know all we can about this mansion.
Indeed. Again, as I said, on the upper floors is where the Lord's more particular guests reside. The west wing is where he keeps most of his servants. They are human. They are a mixture of people who choose to be here and people who do not. Some of you are familiar with a vampire's ability to charm and enslave through a gaze, yes?
Yeah. Slavers. Get it.
Yes.
They are very charming. He motions with his head knowingly. Individuals, and they can be very particular.
I do not
dangerous.
understand.
As it is, what is not the most dangerous is their ability to charm and control others through their presence, but particularly their ability to inspire those without magic. So there are a great number of people that have been funneling into this city. I'm not even from Alderth. I received this call from elsewhere. There are many who are coming here through darker channels, who are seeking power and research and knowledge, and to be in his good graces when he decides to stake a claim.
So, I have a proposition for you.
Indeed.
You're going to lead us where we wanted you to lead us, showing us where the basement was and whatnot. And in turn, we'll allow you to leave with your life.
Okay.
With a condition.
What's that?
You look at us, we are very obviously very far from home and more than willing to travel in order to solve problems. Correct?
I don't know what your business is or where you're from, and
None
I
of that
enjoy
matters.
being
None of that
ignorant in
matters.
that regard. Yes.
My proposition is simply this.
Mm.
If you ever raise and trap a soul in a corpse, I will find you anywhere on this earth and do to you as you have done to them.
Roll me intimidate.
I have a very particular set of skills.
That I could actually do, which is what's the best thing about that.
It's great. He's not just bluffing.
If you do it again, I will find you and I will kill you.
And I will trap you in a corpse and cement you, shoes you to the bottom of the fucking ocean.
So with a 19, you finish
That's
those
not
words, and he just nods and goes, "Yep, that's what's up. You got it."
I was gonna say, didn't shit himself? Come on now.
No. He's just like, "Yep, yeah, yep, you got it. You got it."
Point taken.
Unless
Yep,
anyone else has any questions, I believe we should get going.
Yebs.
Is there any
gonna-
security alarms that we should be worried about within the building?
Honestly, most of the security that is in the building itself is kept to areas of interest. So there aren't any doors that are magically warded or trapped in specific, but there are a great number of people that typically come and go through those areas of the building. Interestingly enough, and he sort of gestures out the door, the foyer is not used all that much. I mean, I was in here trying to get some peace and quiet so that I could get some thoughts to myself, and you all barged in here. But I know when a good thing has soured, so I'm going to make my make my way out of here as soon as I am able. Certainly.
Where is Lord Waycrest currently?
Lord Waycrest during the Hunter's Moon can be found in his tower. He does not leave that space and is not to be disturbed. So odds are he is not only in the East Wing up in the top end, but he is also guarded.
I feel we
Shall
should
we
go to the
proceed?
basement to get evidence.
Yebs. I concur.
Aloy's gonna lower his sword and pick him up off the ground back onto his feet.
Yeah, very slowly, he puts his hands down.
Final question. That is an altar to the god of your false god, yeah?
But what? Okay, yes. And he gestures to the altar behind him. And he says, "This is commonly a place of prayer for those who would like to come and commune or clear their thoughts with this god of death."
What's that table made out of, Doc?
It is made from a white marble.
Does it look like it's attached to the floor or just sitting on it?
It is, well, I mean, it's got a very large base to it, so it is definitely there. I mean, whether or not it's bolted to the floor, it's hard to tell. It doesn't, like, you don't see any obvious moorings.
Snick, we'll destroy it on the way out. If we
Yes.
destroy it now, that's going to anyone else coming in here is going to be alerted to our presence.
Promise?
Promise.
Yes, we promise.
Yebs.
Okay. We'll leave it then.
Okay.
Let's go.
Director.
Burn this whole place down.
I like that suggestion, Claire.
Burn this whole fucking building to the ground.
To the ground.
All
I
right.
do still have napalm in my chest.
Boop. There you go.
Nice.
Got that a ways back. And also, yes, thank you. Hello to everybody who's in the chat. Hello.
Ah,
Oh.
friends.
We got a there's a Kara, there's Mercenary Pen, Balthus is here, Tonberry, we got a Rust here, Claire's here. Oh, look at that. Who's in NB Source we got all
I mean,
the usual peoples, all the usual friends. Hello and welcome.
If Piff
Ah.
is going to, if Piff is going to play any song from AC/DC, it'd probably be best to play Along Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll, because she has the bagpipes.
Yeah, but I could also do my. I have Shatter and I have Thunder. What's it called? Thunderstruck. Thunder.
Okay, let's be real here. If we were going to involve the bagpipes in any music, it would be Balls of Fire.
Yebs.
Anyways, shall we roll?
Yes, let's go.
Hang on, I have to find. I put my roll 20. I have too many tabs open.
I have 2.
I've got.
Is this guy that we've been,
Okay.
bullying, tiefling?
Is he what?
A tiefling.
A tiefling? No, that's just the icon of a necromancer. He is a human necromancer. He is wearing some robes.
I got roll 20 up again. I just gave it its own window, so now I don't gotta worry.
Okay, so let's... Doc, you're the only one who knows where we're going. So.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I was gonna
Well,
step to the side a little bit and gesture him to lead the way.
Before we actually leave the room,
Gonna step back to block him.
while we don't want to destroy it quite yet, shall we search the room for information about the death god? And is it just a stone platform, stone altar? Is there?
There is a stone altar there. You also see on the table there is sort of like a small-ish effigy of an obsidian skull. It does seem strangely reminiscent of the one that you guys saw when you were in the prison, the slaver's
Slaver
place.
camp.
Yeah, the slaver's place.
Does this one also seem to have life?
Roll me some Arcana. 11 and 5. You know what? As you guys are sort of scanning over it, not you, Sneck, but Raynor, getting close to it, you do sort of sense from this table, at least from this particular skull, you do sense like a small resonant amount of necromancy on it. Now, whether or not that is from this this source, or if it is from some other thing. It's hard to tell.
And I can't use detect magic to get a more focused look because that's been trapped over the entire mansion.
Indeed. If you, well, I mean, you could try, but like,
Nope.
that's a smart move of you saying like I shouldn't do that. that's a solid idea, my man.
So can I look around the room for anything important hidden or tucked away or stashed or anything like that?
Looking around the room itself, you don't really find anything. But roll me like I got a cursory glance at the very least. But roll me a perception. 11. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be like anything hidden in the area. Like there doesn't seem to be anything like particular about it. There's no like hidden spaces for stuff that you can find.
Fair enough.
All right. And so now you guys asked him that you wanted to go to the basement.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yabs.
And he goes, right, yes. There's several. Well, there's one of the most reliable entrances, at the very least, would actually be out back. Trying to think of how to get around to the back of the building. He's sort of like ho-hums to himself a little bit, and he goes like, okay, look, now we could go outside, walk around the grounds to the rear of the building. There is an entrance that goes down into the basement area. From the basement, there are actually several other entrances and exits up to other places in the building. But if you want to be unnoticed and you want to get straight to where you're trying to go, then I would say that would be the easiest and fastest way to get there.
Okay.
Lead the way.
Yeah. Lead the way.
Delightful. So he obviously leads you guys outside, so through the front of the building specifically, if I'm going to zoom all the way out. He leads you out the front, around the side, all the way around sort of the outside of the tower of the building, moving around the grounds. And again, eerily and strangely enough, there's no one out here. And he leads you to the back steps there.
Okay.
Alloy has not been that far behind him the entire time.
I am going, I'm going to take Mercenary's advice. I am rolling insight to see if he's trying to walk us to a trap or something.
Good call.
I get nothing.
Hard to say, yeah. I mean, like, so far as you can tell, it's absolutely within his interest to bring you along to where you want to go.
Oh, sweet Jesus, the snake have a lot of insight. Snake have a lot of insight.
See if I have any.
Yeah, like, Snake, he's telling the truth. Like, from what you can tell. With a 12, yeah. And, like, Piffle's definitely, they get the same idea. That, like, this person is, like, moving quietly. He, like, largely maintains his hands at sort of like a halfway up gesture to make sure that you can see his hands at all times, walking you around the building to this entrance here. And once again, as you can see, there's a stone path that leads up to this area, and the stairs just go in. There's no doors. There's no gates. There's nothing obstructing or obtruding your way to get down into this area. And he just sort of goes, okay, so, down there is where they bring in captives and other people for certain things. That's right, down there. I am not involved in any of this. Yes, so I'm not allowed to be down there. If I go down there, they will absolutely kill me.
I am going to check to see if there's any kind of like magical trap, alarm, or something.
Okay.
Does there and there just lead to a door, or what exactly does that lead to?
Those are wooden doors, yes.
Okay.
With a 24 in Arcana, like, you are getting, just through your senses as you're walking around out here, there is that, like, residual static, that hum, that hiss of necromancy that's constant through the air. And you're not getting any, you're not really getting anything else from the stairway. So as you guys are sort of, like, walking around to this area, like, moving around the outside of the structure, you can still definitely get that same, that drumming sort of, it's almost like static on an old TV channel, or, like, static on a radio signal, where it's just that, like, that undercurrent, that constant hissing, that you've been getting this whole time. It's just this necromancy, but not the necromancy that you are familiar with. It is a different flavor somehow, and it's mixed in somewhere with blood magic, and it just sort of permeates this whole place. It's focusing your senses on this stairwell, you're not picking up anything.
I don't like this. I do not like this one bit.
No, me neither. This seems a scare.
I do not like this, Sam, I am.
No.
We need proof.
Proof.
Unless anyone has anything else, I want to address the guy before we let him go.
Yebs.
I just want to turn to him and basically say, you pursue this as a scholar, so keep this in mind. A true god of undeath would be able to undo what had been done. Their pretender cannot.
How do you mean? He looks a bit confused.
You animate corpses. You trap a soul. It has no free will. It has no body. It's not alive. Someone who can truly control death would be able to remove death as a state.
He kind of thinks about that for a minute and goes, yeah.
Something to ponder in your studies.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah. Honestly, I think this might be altogether not worth it. He kind of, like, shrugs. It's just like,
Wow.
Kind of rethinking my life choices.
Field of study.
So, yeah, I was always pretty good at conjuration. I might get back into that. I'm not sure. So...
We have radically changed the direction of this man's life.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like... Yeah. It's
This
like,
man's gonna go change majors now.
yeah, well, basically, like, it's like, I was really interested in getting into accounting, and then I went to this school, and these people drink a lot more than I expect, so maybe I'm thinking of changing majors. Go do something else with my life. Because at first what started as an academic interest has now led me into believing that maybe this is definitely more trouble than it's worth. So he's just like...
There's a permanent threat on my life if I screw this up.
Yeah, it's just like, and then a bunch of monsters broke in and threatened my life and killed my stuff, and so I think I'm just good. I'm good. I'm gonna get out of here.
They took Microsoft Dinosaur CD.
Oh man.
I'm gonna point out the reason
Kingdom
Snack.
Stairs.
I'm gonna point out the reason Snack has been so chill with this guy, despite some of the things he said, is because he specifically clarified he's not a cleric.
Yeah, he's just slammed down. I am not a priest. Like,
He's just a guy.
I just work
trying to
here,
learn
man.
thi-
yeah,
He's
basically.
just a guy trying to learn things.
Yeah.
Snack does not fault him for trying to learn things, even if the things he's learned are wrong.
Well, yeah, like,
The way he goes
understandably,
about learning them.
understandably, through the Empire of Light, you could well imagine that necromancy is not legal. So people that want to
Yeah.
pursue these interests for whatever their reason is for pursuing these interests are definitely in a situation where they can't do that, per se. Like, they would definitely have to find means like this by which to do their research, like to actually look this stuff up, to learn more. They'd have to come to places like this, but they obviously accept those inherent risks.
Yeah, and like Snack also looks at this as just kind of a like, okay, the king, undead, raises undead properly, the whole deal. Study is a form of worship. So he doesn't hate the guy for trying to learn about undead in the same way that Snack would have no issue if somebody wanted to like follow around a bunch of the Unbroken and see how they worked. It's just trying to learn about something. That's not a bad thing, even in Snack's world.
The pursuit of knowledge is not bad. It's how you're going about it there, friend.
Exactly.
That's why I became plumber.
Yeah, and that's how I became a plumber.
It's not what you've done, it's how you've chosen to do it.
Yeah. But yeah, so he's just like at the top of the stairs. It's just like, is there anything else I can help you with?
Leave as fast as you can.
Yep. And he takes off.
Nice.
Yeah, he just immediately like cheeses it off at the road.
Yep. He's like, peace, bitches. I do not blame.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, he absolutely fucking cheeses it off down the cobblestone and off the grounds. You can see as he's going, he like whips off his black robe, revealing that he's just got like commoner's clothes underneath and just fucks right off into the dark.
You could not possibly nope off harder than he just did.
Yeah, like fuck this
Basically.
place.
You can keep the uniform, I'm out.
Nope, 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 nope.
Okay.
That's it. I
So-
quit. I'm not getting paid enough for this.
Yeah,
we
one
should
can imagine he's probably not getting paid at all.
we should probably go down here now, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Heading down into the basement. You guys, I'm gonna give you all, when we get down here, I'm gonna give you all a ding, like a little space. I'll show you guys where you are. Excuse me. There we go. And yes, there. Okay, cool. All right. If you can select your icon and hit copy, like Control V. Or Control C, rather.
Yeah.
Sorry, wait. What happened?
Select your icon on the map and hit Control C, because I want to see if this
Okay.
works.
Okay. Select my icon and Control C. Aha! It gives me that little green ring.
Little pingy ding. All right. And away we go. So
And
you
now
guys
insert
find
Control V?
yourselves- yeah, so then click on the map and like left click on the map and then hit Control V and see if that
Nope.
Cool.
Make it a ping.
Drag your icons back into the map.
It was a worthy effort.
It was a worthy effort. I apologize for any confusion there. There we go. All right, so coming down to the bottom of the stairs, you guys can absolutely see in the area ahead of you leads into what appears to be storage.
Sorry, question. Do I
Yeah.
drag? Oh, nope, I've got it. There it is.
There it
we
is.
go.
You did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
It keeps doing this thing where it like either like highlights all of the text on the side or lets me grab it, but it can't make up its mind as to when I'm allowed to do either of those things.
But never both. So
Which is why I keep getting confused, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and I'm like, am I doing the right?
HP, AC,
Uh,
and save. All right.
Yay.
So I'm just gonna quickly.
So-
I apologize.
I did mine for you already.
Thank you.
Same here. I forget, who does Snack currently have the temporary hit points on?
Me, Drac here, and Caleb.
Yips.
There we go. Represents character.
Squishy Rogue, the Squishy. No, sorry, Rainer, it's not you. It's me, Caleb, and MB.
Oh, me, Piffles.
Because you have Warding Bond.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I got extra squibs.
Yeah, that's why I don't cast it on you, because you technically have more hit points than like anyone other in quad right now.
Yeah, when it comes to the squishy people, I am the tanky. I have the most HP of the squishy people, and probably the highest AC out of the squishy people.
Because of Warding Bond, but yes.
Tolerant is just a nice balance of high HP and decent AC.
Indeed.
Also because
so now you have found yourselves at the bottom of the spooky old stair. Gazing down into this area, you see that it's definitely not lit very well. It's low light down here, and you do hear the sounds of movement and whatnot coming up from the staircase.
I'm sorry, did you say up? Is it
Yeah,
behind
because
us?
you're standing on like a platform sort of halfway down. So coming up out of the basement, you hear the sounds of movement.
You hear noise coming from this direction.
Yes, thank you. I apologize. Yeah, I didn't explain that very well.
Okay, I thought someone was coming up from behind us, so...
It came from behind.
Like, what kind of movement do we hear? Do we hear, like, just people walking, talking, dragging boxes around?
Roll me perception.
8%.
Perception.
That is a 12. That is a 22. Jesus Christ. That's a 5.
I did it!
Acolyte Snake.
And I'm going to try and
Caleb,
proceed.
7.
For a guy with no ears, I hear things really well.
Well, and therein, okay, so like a bunch of you got either 10 or lower, so y'all don't hear shit. Except like you definitely do feel sort of like a cold air coming up out of the basement, and it smells fucking terrible down here.
Gross.
So that's what's up for at least this particular area. Drakir, you're definitely hearing something, though it's hard to tell what. Like, you can hear a sound, but you can't quite identify if it's a shuffle or a clank or dragging or something.
It's heading in our direction, correct?
Not that you can tell. Esteban, Talrand, definitely through the magic in which you've been reanimated seems to definitely allow you somehow a superior grasp of your perception, though you definitely hear that in the immediate area, in and amongst the boxes and whatever else is being stored down here, you do hear movement. It appears as though people are moving some boxes around in and around these areas up ahead of you. Something you can hear to the left, you hear tools and scraping and chains. To the right, you do hear the movement of boxes and crates and things.
Okay.
We do know some people here don't want to be here.
Well, we should try to stealth forwards, as I do still have that active.
Perhaps you and Caleb should scout ahead.
Caleb?
Funny enough, I was going to suggest the same thing. The shadows on the map, are they just there, or is that just the way these tiles are set up?
Shadows on the map, like the black parts of the map?
Yeah, like these...
Oh yeah, that's just part of the map. This whole area down here is like low light, so the DC for moving it's like stealthily, like sneaking around down here, is definitely lower. So it is easier for you to sneak about. But yeah, those shadows on that wall are just cosmetic. It's part of the map's picture.
All right, sure.
Shall we sneak forward?
All right. Do you want the left or the right?
I described the noises that I could hear from either direction.
That sounds like potentially people who are slaves and don't want to be here.
Oof.
Okay,
Potentially.
let me rephrase that. Do you want to sneak here or there? Because
Why
you
not
take
both?
one, I'll take the other.
I'll go left.
All right, I'll go right.
Okay. Yeah, move you guys up there, and guys, roll me some stealth. Now, do you still have your thing active?
I didn't do anything else with my concentration, so yes.
Okay, go. All right. Now, wait,
wow.
no. For
Got
combat,
a 24. I'm invisible.
do you did you
It's just
use
it's-
Hunter's Mark?
It's just
No, I did not. I, in fact, failed to use Hunter's Mark that entire fight.
You did. So your concentration
gonna
was not
do-
interrupted, and you still have this active thing. How long does this does your sneak assist work for?
Lasts for a full hour.
Okay, so it is still active, as you did. I remember you refreshed it before you got into the building, I believe.
Yeah, right before we got in the building is when I activated it, and we've walked in the front door, checked the first room, beat up some skeletons, talked to a guy, and walked around the back.
All right. So you move up to that area there, and I'm just gonna slowly sort of like reveal what you guys are seeing. There we go. Bam. I'll be a cool guy. I'll give you like a little bit around the corner there. So you see, as you guys move up here, there are a large number of closed crates and barrels and other packaged goods and things like that that have been stacked and stored down here. You see, moving amongst said things, a man in robes. There is a human guy right there. He's facing these barrels and boxes here. He's sort of searching amongst them to see if he can find something. It appears as though he's looking for something in specific. Facing him, moving along, is a pair of skeletons.
Shall we try to take him out quickly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
could be good.
Sorry, I forgot to mention for the folks at home. Talrand, Estebane's skeleton guy, has sort of like an area stealth ability that he activates as a ranger, which gives the other party members that maintain a 30-foot distance to him a +10 to their stealth. So Caleb's 9 is a 19, Estebane's 12 is a 22, Piffles' 24 is a 34. As Piffles, I believe, is still within 30 feet. The few that are out there, though, you guys, if you're just going to stay on the stairs and stay quiet, then I'm not going to make you roll stealth. But the two of you have moved up, and this is what you see. What do you do?
Cool.
All right, I'll signal to Talrand. You take out this one. I'll go for this one. Or how else do you want to play this out?
Talrand says that worked for him. Relays back to the guys behind us. 3 bad guys going to kill them.
Okay.
Not just the undead for sure. We don't know about the one in robes.
Fair enough.
Okay.
All right. So,
Alloy's gonna sneak up a little bit.
Oh god, no.
I'm going to try to sneak up to this one.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
God damn it!
Takes a single step.
God damn it.
Clang!
For fuck's sakes!
So you,
God
With a-
damn it.
with a perfect 1,
Yep.
Actually, that's an 11.
yeah, with a perfect 1, where are you trying to go when you move? Do you move to that spot there, or where are you off to?
He was gonna go like halfway, like somewhere like right over here.
Okay, so move to where you intended to go, and then we'll have the consequences of your actions. So you
That's
go
an
just like
exasperation.
like you see your two companions motioning to each other silently, like, you know, two there, like doing like hand symbols and stuff between a pair of people that are definitely versed in the ways of being quiet, and you. I don't know what Alloy was thinking. But it's just like, hey guys, you doing something? Just like comes down the stairs.
The original idea was to get into a better spot to support them if things went wrong. He's not expecting to be the cause of what went wrong.
So
he does a stretch and all of a sudden pipe organs just start up. So,
yeah, you come down these stairs, and your feet just hit a little harder than you expected as you got to the bottom of the stairs, and it makes a clang. In that, though, the two skeletons turn, and the guy who's looking through the boxes quickly looks up in your direction. I am going to give Talrand, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get out of line of sight, same with the rest of the party. If you want to move to a different location that's not in direct line of sight of them, and then roll me stealth to see if you make it. That includes you,
Wait.
Drakir, yes.
Wait, am I in line of sight?
You are not. You are against the wall there. I'm willing to say that you are still hidden.
Okay.
You're
Well, in
good.
that case,
Talron's in a sticky spot.
What was the
where he is.
range on the pacifier trace?
Past the
30.
trace is 30 feet.
35.
Okay,
30
I'm
feet.
barely still in that.
Okay, good.
yeah, you're good. You're good, boy.
You guys move to there. Okay, so in
Oh, you
that,
gotta be!
God damn it.
Ugh.
He didn't ask you to roll stealth track here.
No, I did. I said like everybody who's
I thought-
moving, you gotta move out of. If you're moving out of the way to maintain stealth, you gotta roll. Stealth, Sneck, you're good. Esteban, beautiful. Piffles, roll for me.
Rolling. I'm just getting there.
Oh God.
I can't carry my 24? Come on.
There we go.
Okay, that's not bad. That's
So
22! I'm still in
everybody
the boat.
immediately moves into silence.
The dice hate me tonight.
Drakir, however, in this moment, as everyone kind
got a
of
tail.
you see like a collective like, oh shit, as Alloy makes a sound and everybody's moving to quiet, you go and go to move, trip on a stair and just eat shit right on the stairs, making a clattering noise as you trip and fall upstairs somehow. So Terra Baby is full on laughing like a possessed clown in his sleep. Perfect.
Creepy as fuck. This is why I don't have kids.
Okay,
When you
let's
screw up so bad, when you
I
screw
see
up so
Chaos
bad,
Unfolded.
the sleeping child thinks it's funny.
Yeah, to catch you up, Chaos Dice Goblin, our intrepid party of B Team has made their way into the basements of Manor Waycrest, and is sneaking around to uncover the truth of some strange undead cult that is perhaps responsible for the cursed moon, and are having a go of it as they go down through this space. So yes,
Quick explanation. I'm a fighter.
so
As soon
as they turn to look, you guys definitely get out of view quietly, but then Drakiar clatters and makes a sound.
falls up a stair.
In that you then hear the cultist go, check that out. And Caleb, you see the cultist point to in your general direction, and the two skeletons begin making their way in your direction. I'm gonna give everybody a hot moment to what is it, Drek here? What are you doing with the minor illusion?
Creating the sound of a cat meowing.
Oh, that could do it.
You know what? Roll is deception. Is that still a skill? In
Yep.
5th edition, is deception
Yes.
a skill? Roll me deception.
It's a charisma skill. I'm actually good at those.
So you make the sound of like a cat rummaging through some stuff, like "Meow," and then running away. And the guy kind of like puts up his hand, and the two skeletons stop, and then he just like shakes his head and goes back to rummaging through the things. The two skeletons remain at a position here and here when they were on their way over to you, and they remain facing in your direction but do not approach any closer.
Fuck, I saved that.
All right, with that, Caleb's just gonna turn around with that expression on his face. What the fuck is going on back there?
Apparently, we brought the band with us.
All right, he's just gonna signal for Talrund to move up, or for everyone else to stay where they are.
Fine.
Alloy is planted
Oh,
right
fun.
against the wall.
Stop doing that.
Stop doing things.
Yeah, let the
No.
stealth people stealth.
just imagine the look when everybody just like fucking clatters and stuff, and then makes the sound of like a cat, and then he just turns around like, why? Like, what are you doing?
Talron actually, you motion him to stand, move forward. He kind of goes, wavers on the angles and goes, draws his bow and prepares to shoot. and kind of indicating that step out and shoot.
All right. Well, in that case, did I hear the guy in robes command the undead to move to where they are right now? Doc?
They are holding their position where they are, but they are facing you.
Okay, but did I hear the rope guy command the undead to where they are now? Like, did I hear him say, "Go check it out"?
Yeah, he said go check that out, and then when the sound clattered and stuff, he just shook his head and said never mind, and then went back into the boxes, and the skeletons now remain there.
Caleb still has vision on it, right?
Yeah.
Like
My
Caleb
illusion-
can see these guys.
Yeah,
My
in that
illusion
case-
actually. Sorry.
In that case, I'm just going to signal to Talrend 3 targets now.
Oh, cutie drawed a piffles.
A Pebbles, what am I doing?
Just sitting,
Oh yeah, it means
being cute.
the must-have doll for the holiday season.
It's a piffles doll. Here, let's get a little. There it is.
It should come with 2 spare utility belts.
It got a kazoo.
Because I have stolen lots of things. It's got a kazoo.
And a little necklace made out of
Buttons.
buttons and stuff. That's adorable.
Button.
I love
May
it
or may
so
not
much.
have explosives in it.
That's actually her necklace, though. She wears a necklace made of buttons with a big ass kazoo on the front. For realsies. Because what I wear.
It's
Yeah.
adorable.
Hey, cutie, if
So
you're taking
cute.
sketch requests, can we get the moment of Alloy clanging and Drakiar tripping on his face on the stairs?
just poor Caleb trying to be an adult with the rest of the party there.
Yeah, maybe give Caleb like the God, what was her name from Legend of Korra?
No. You gotta get no. You get Alloy and Raynor both face down like they're tripped on their 2 feet, with a cat sitting on one of their asses.
And a Talrand and a Caleb standing there with the wholly unimpressed expressions on.
What we need is an unimpressed Caleb picture. That's what we need.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
already have unimpressed Talrand.
We have unimpressed
All right.
Talrand. We now need unimpressed Caleb.
Okay. Back to this.
Unimpressed Piffles just looks like she's pouting, I'm sure.
All right.
I would like to ready an action so that whenever one of these two shoots one of these 2 skeletons,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to cast that in I meant to do the information thing. Hold on.
Dexterity save. Sacred flame.
Yeah, I meant to do that. Basically, when one of them shoots a skeleton, I want to step out and follow it up with that.
With your radiant damage?
Yes.
It's a cantrip. Rad. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Flame-like
just-
radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. So yeah, you can make a dexterity saving throw, take 1d8 radiant damage. The target gains no benefit from the cover of the saving throw. The spell's damage increases by d8 when you reach 5th level. Blah 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 blah. So it's 1d8 radiant damage. Rad.
2d8 from level 5.
2d8 radiant damage. Rad.
So-
But again, that's
Huh.
following up with like Talrand shooting one. I'm not casting that now. It's a ready action.
Yeah.
So-
all right, cool.
All right.
I'm also going to ready a spell.
Okay. So you guys start readying things. Dracu, you're going to have to move again because you're 2 sight lines away from being able to see anything.
Is anyone else going to pull out their magical Glock while we're waiting?
Ah.
But seriously, someone's going to bust out a gat at this point.
Okay.
I
Piffles
got
like,
my kazoo.
pulls out a
Daddy.
pistol.
Ah.
Painter's tools. Thank you, Alloy. All right, so I imagine that Caleb's gonna sort of lead this surprise round.
Yeah.
bef-
Talrand using, complex miming hand signs. And says, "Yeah, I'll wait for you to stab. Choose your target. I'll take a shot at 3rd target.
Can I ready a dagger between my fingers to throw in case it needs?
These clowns can take shots at the other skeleton that you don't stab."
Well, I was going to go full Drang Lake style on this, but okay.
Drang leg style.
I wouldn't get sneak attack for this, would I? Like they're facing right towards us.
The two of them are facing towards you, yes. Sneak attack is if you attack from stealth or if you attack with advantage. So in this particular case...
Or if you have an ally within 5 feet of the target.
Yeah. Then you can...
Well, I was going to say I'm attacking from stealth, but yeah, I'll do it without sneak attack. I'll just
who you going for?
I am going to go for this guy.
That guy? If you want to, like... I don't know, because I was like, can you get a... It's a surprise round, so would we...
He's literally making like a 5-foot step and stabbing the thing in the face.
Yeah.
I think that would be enough of a where the hell did you come from?
Yeah.
Mostly because he's that close.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give this one to you. I'm gonna say that you can absolutely attack with advantage for this round because you are right there and you are absolutely like jumping out to get surprise on him. If you're going for that one skeleton that's closest to you.
Okay, with advantage.
Which means you get your sneak attack.
Yee.
All right,
so yeah, if you're going for that guy there, then like if you take like a 5-foot step out and then go at him, then I think that would be good.
All right. Well, in that case, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just quickly switching my thing over to pulling up the skeleton stats as fast as I can.
Okay. Well, in that case, 5 foot forward and a stab.
And a stab.
I do believe that is a hit.
This bad boy out here. Yeah. He is a skeleton. It's got an AC of 13. It doesn't do so hot. Oh, thank you for the bits. More arts. Yes, I did see in the art section. Xmas Elf Lemon J posted a quick sketch of Piffles being unimpressed.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get...
Are you kidding me? It's just a blank expression with a cat mouth.
19 damage. Jesus.
All right, let's rock. All right, 19 damage. Oh my god. You expertly roll out and just absolutely right into it with a one deft move, slash this thing, and its head comes clean off as it tumbles over onto the ground, because that was 19 damage. All right. In that, let's everybody take your surprise action, and then we'll roll initiative.
So Talrand takes that step up and takes pot shots at gentleman in the back who's rummaging through barrels.
Go for it.
Ooh. Oh.
All right. So that is a 16 and a 21 to hit. You fire your 2 shots. Let's have a look. What's his AC? Oh yeah, those hit. Roll me some damage. 7 and 9.
Plus an 8.
And then the Dread Ambusher, an additional 8 damage. So yeah, your 2 shots land square in his chest as he like turns to you. Ah!
Not a cat.
He's still alive. But
hurts as much as a cat does.
Snick.
All right, Sneck, you're up. What do you do?
So, because I'm pretty sure I can do... Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Crap. Remind me, how do you click and then change the direction again?
Right click.
Right click. Oops, that's not. Okay, cool.
There you go.
So, I'm moving to there.
Dope.
Sure.
I will reveal the rest of that space for you because you have run around the corner.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
10 more undead to reveal.
Not 10,
And-
but...
No.
There we go.
Then I will cast Sacred Flame
Sacred Flame!
on the skeleton right in front of me.
Let's just get that out of the way. So as you round the corner, you see that there is an area just ahead of you that contains more large casks and another set of doors. And you cast Sacred Flame upon the guy that is in front of you. There is a whoosh of brilliant, bright, light blue fire as it rips into this guy, and that is 10 radiant damage.
DC 15 for half.
DC 15 for half, and it is, what is it, wisdom save?
Dexterity on the skeleton.
Dexterity on the skeleton. He makes it, takes 5 radiant.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a cantrip.
You get out whoosh away with that, and it absolutely slams into him. It makes like a weird noise as it sort of swings its arms around frantically. Alloy, you're up.
Wait, what happened to my...
I didn't prepare anything.
Oh, you didn't prepare anything. Did Piffles prepare anything?
I have a dagger.
Drakir.
Did you prepare an
the spell.
action?
Yes.
Yeah, I said last time, can I put a dagger in my hand for throw makes?
Okay, I will let you do. I'm just literally going by whoever's closest at this point. Back to for the surprise round, we're just going by whoever's closest to make their actions, and then we'll all roll initiative. All right, so Piffles, surprise round. What do you do?
I'ma run up here and throw a dagger.
Throw. Who you throwing it at?
Where?
The dude right there.
That skeleton. All right, sweet.
Yes.
A 24 absolutely hits. Roll damage.
Sweet.
5 piercing.
Pierce.
Now, as a skeleton,
I know he gets less piercing damage because bones.
No, he's vulnerable to bludgeoning.
Sweet.
Immune to poison.
I'm gonna hit him in the face.
Immune to exhaustion and poison, but he doesn't have skeletons. Don't have any resistances because they're so brittle.
It's not like LARP, where if we hit them with stuff, no piercing.
Yeah, it doesn't do stuff. You whip this fucking dagger, and it lands right in the front skull of this thing, and it goes ah, and it sort of waves its arm around. It is not dead yet, but it's sort of stumbling and waving its arms.
Nice.
It's not like LARP, the best sentence ever. All right,
Well,
Jack
LARP,
here.
we can't stab.
You're up.
Stab skeletons at LARP. Doesn't work.
I roll out over to here, and
You
I
do not
cast-
have vision on anybody because that guy's dead.
That's why I
Okay.
ran up behind Caleb.
A little bit further. Are you trying to? Yeah, you can go about. It's about there. You could see Buddy. Yeah. You could hit him from that corner to there.
Yeah, corner to corner. You can technically hit either of them.
Yep.
Zap him.
And he lets off Ray of Frost. Oh damn,
Sweet.
son. 24. Are you trying to hit the cultist guy in the back?
Yep.
Dope. So yeah, you let off this Ray of Frost. Roll me damage. Cold. 8 damage. Oh man. It slams into this guy. And like crystals form on his chest, sort of securing the 2 arrows that are stuck in him. And he goes, ah! But he's still alive. He looks like fucking 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag, but he's hanging in there.
By the way, his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Oh, I bet. Right. So, it is now everybody rolls initiative.
Finish time.
I can't roll it. There's no button to roll initiative for dudes on their character sheets.
What?
You just hit the,
I
hit the
think there is,
initiative.
but it's very janky.
Yeah, remember to select your icon
Oh,
before you
shit.
roll.
Sorry.
Otherwise, that's
I
fine.
redo.
Pivs.
Yes!
Just select your icon and roll, and I'll just make 20 your roll.
There we go.
I am A-okay with not going first. God damn it, I rolled higher.
That's okay because I said you got the 20.
I have-
Yes.
I have
Alloy,
the
go
original
before me.
24 that I rolled.
Go before me.
I think
Yeah.
the only change that makes is that Alloy now goes before Pith. That's the only difference it makes.
And
between the two.
Caleb goes
okay.
before me too.
God, you guys with your Jesus Christ. All right, so you got
It's
24.
a 20 day. It's a day of 20s.
And Caleb got 17 originally. That's fine. All right, so we're gonna put you guys in descending order.
Not me, not first. Alloy first, not me.
You can hold your action until after I go.
And Dex.
Tonight, I am very
So
much considering
17
putting the digital
and 11.
dice into bad dice jail.
But
I can send you a link to the dice roller I made for class, and you can do that
we're gonna have
instead.
you in.
I am half
You
tempted to
are
just turn on
17. I don't see this going
turn
very
on
long.
my webcam and let Doc see me roll physical dice.
Nope.
Mm.
I'm not doing that. So sorry. I'm just
Too
not
much work.
doing it. Truthfully, I really just don't want to. But that's my excuses. I don't want to use other systems. The random
fine.
number generator, while a little fussy, is still a random number generator, even if it doesn't work most of the time. All right. So top of the round, Talrind. What are you up to?
I shoot the cultist again.
Shoot him. Christ. Yeah. Those hit, and that is, oh my god. So how do you, we'll do this, like the Mercer. How do you want to do it? Because he doesn't make it, dog. He doesn't survive.
So, where did the first 2 arrows hit?
Chest.
Just general chest area?
Yeah, like one went through his shoulder, one went through left, right of center on his chest.
Why not just send one through each eye?
I mirror the pattern.
You just like put the arrows to the same spots.
Yep.
Oh my god. So yeah, your both your arrows go through the same spots again, and he just goes and then falls backwards.
Mirror the pattern as an opposite, like so. Now he has. He has 4
Oh, so
arrows.
one through his right shoulder, and then the other one through like the just left of center of his chest. Making an interesting sort of smiley face out of arrows on his chest. He just goes and falls backwards into the boxes, collapsing against one of them.
Arts and crafts with Esteban. I mean, Talrind.
So he's dead. Alloy, you're up.
Oh boy.
Also, the undead isn't tied to him. It doesn't drop dead with its master.
It does not.
Here comes the killing.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus
Do either of
Christ.
those hit?
Yeah. yeah, dog. Jesus
kind
Christ.
of.
All right. So,
Jeez.
how do you want to do
Yeah,
it? No, he's dead. He's so dead. Come on. You got him. It's cool. It's fine. You got him. He's dead.
Just comes running in with his greatsword, just
Alloy uses his head
crazily hacking him in half a few times.
What?
Is he dead?
Yeah. No,
Oof.
he.
I can't tell if he's undead. Is he dead now?
Yeah, with you bringing your sword down hard on him, his body immediately just gives. All the bones just let go of each other and collapse into a pile onto the ground.
Shit.
He's
After seeing
dead,
the zombies
Jim.
come back up, he's just like, I must make sure.
He's already dead.
And such is that round of combat. I feel kind of silly for bringing up the turn order.
Yeah, we didn't even need it.
Nope.
We super
didn't
kind of
even-
didn't need that, but here
No.
we are anyway. And we have ourselves some more lovely art in the art section that I'd love to share with people at home.
Yes.
And it's meow. I'm a cat.
What?
What the fuck are you doing? Caleb drawn a la Homestar Runner. I wonder how you spelled Tabasco.
I just love that it's Dracula like tripping over Alloy, eating the ground
What
while
the
being
fuck?
like, "Fuck."
Thank you, I needed that.
Help me.
So,
See, your mistakes aren't so bad when you can laugh about them afterwards.
so you guys now find yourself standing amongst the ruins of a pair of skeletons and a human being wearing a dark set of robes, similar yet somehow different. Similar in their design or in their make, but different in design slightly from the fellow that you had met upstairs.
Searching the body.
I recover my arrows.
Yeah, good. Yeah, put those back in your inventory. Roll me a search there, Drake here.
I assume you mean investigation.
I mean, perception or investigation, either or. All right, so
I mean, it's the same roll either way.
It's the same roll either way. With a 20 of investigation, looking over, you can definitely tell that these are the robes that would belong to a priest of some kind or another. Strung around his neck is another obsidian talisman matching the one that the fellow upstairs was using as well, which is a talisman made of obsidian of a skull with empty eyes.
I hand the talisman to Snake. Snake.
Yep. Snake immediately grabs it and smashes it on the floor. In this particular case, you smash this on the floor and you see escaping the amulet is a waft of energy. It is small and almost imperceptible, but with a 20 in investigation, you do notice as it's smashed pretty much right next to you, that you see a little waft of blue energy escape the skull.
Oh, that one had a soul in it.
So what you're telling me is I have to do this for all of them.
You wouldn't recognize that maybe as a spirit. Actually, roll me academics or arcanum.
Can I roll religion?
Sure.
I don't have a great roll, but it makes sense in this particular case.
Well, I mean, fuck. So you definitely, the both of you would understand that that wasn't a soul escaping, but it was residual sort of magic or influence from whomever, whatever god or patron that amulet was tied to. So in destroying it, you basically, like, released the energy imparted upon it by said entity.
So, okay, to clarify, do we think this is the same... Do we think these were made by the king? Given blue flame energy-ness?
No, it lacked the blue... It lacked the blue flames on it, so it's the other...
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had a brief moment of like, wait a minute.
Well, and that's the thing, that, like, looking over the amulet, it is strikingly similar in the make from the one you received when you were in the palace. The only difference appears to be between these two amulets, between theirs and yours, is yours has a pair of pale blue gems in the eye sockets.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to. I don't mean to be this guy, but there's another piece of art in the art
I am
section,
A-okay.
which I love very much. Tabasco. Anyway, sorry.
What?
back to the very, very serious situation at hand.
So serious.
Okay,
Jack.
so someone who is not king, who is failing at pretending to be like king, is doing things that need to be stopped.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
with
Okay.
a 19 in religion, like, it's hard to tell as to whether or not the amulet that you have and the amulets that they have are not made by the same people. At
But
worst,
theirs aren't finished.
what's the thing? Well, exactly. Like, that's basically how you could choose to see it. But at worst, it is a very convincing facsimile to what you have.
So they're knockoffs as far as Snake's concerned.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
if
could
that's
have
how you
been
want to.
re-
If that's how you want to go with it, like, you could absolutely be like, "This is a knockoff."
They
bullshit.
could have been. They also could have been original, and they yanked out the gems as a
Could
sign
have
of
been.
defection.
Ah, yes. Dollar store holy symbols.
Please
Like-
tell me you, Dracula, please tell me
It's
you said that aloud.
Holy light.
It is smashed on the ground, so you can't really tell whether or not it had gems in the eyes before it was thrown away.
No, more the
Yeah.
suggestion that somebody had defiled King's holy symbols in order to do this.
In order to create this? Well, that's the thing, is that it is so very similar in its make.
It's kind of a defilement in the sense of it's a replica. It's a
You have
bad
angered
replica.
the snack.
Yeah.
The snack will destroy.
I have made very clear that as far as Snek is concerned, this is like his Valhalla. Okay, like he is perfectly content to be here and just smite the heretics.
Do it.
You know, Caleb's a little bit curious.
Or tiny fanatic.
I think he's just gonna take a look in like the crate or the barrel or whatever the cultist was poking through. Just
What's in the box?
What's in the bags? So
what's in the fucking box? No,
looking into the box, roll me either a perception or investigation.
While he's doing that, what else? Did I find anything else on the body?
Curiously enough, no. You find a small dagger, this amulet, and nothing else.
Sorry, I forgot to turn advantage off.
That's okay. We'll just take the first one. Okay. The 19. So
Piff, you got another dagger.
Quietly, you can absolutely just add another dagger. This is a cultist's dagger, so it has like one of those squiggly tips.
Piff just has a dagger collection at this point.
I got so many.
If it's a squiggly tip, that makes it like a crest dagger, which is a different type of dagger.
A dagger for every occasion.
A cultist dagger, yeah. Like it's got that like wavy blade thing, so it's a more of a Chris dagger than anything else, and it has a solid lump of obsidian on the pommel. Definitely, probably keep that. Looking through the box, Caleb, you sort of like walk over to where this guy was. He hadn't necessarily opened any of the boxes yet, but he was sort of like pawing around that particular box. And it appears to be that, like, just sort of jimmying it open with either your sword or with a dagger that you might have on hand. The lid of the box comes open easily enough. Inside, you find a number of preserved goods. So it's things like salted meats, dried fruits, and other things that are sort of gently packaged within straw.
Would these count as rations if we need to take some of them?
Yes, they would.
Can I take like 5?
All right, I'll just pull out a jar and just take a look. It says, "Who's hungry?"
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We'll just eat now, quickly, while we're here.
Talron tries to do a quick cursory check of the rest of the barrels and boxes in the area.
Yeah, roll me.
Anything?
I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure that the food is on the level. Like there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. Awesome. So you're checking to see if it's tainted by magic at all?
Yeah.
You don't sense anything. Like, going over it, it appears like the food that Caleb's pulling out of the box appears to be untainted, from what you can sense. At what point is Piff carrying enough daggers to get a +1 to AC? Yeah. Make scale mail. They make scale mail out of daggers.
I'll just make a skirt out of them. I got enough
like
belts and daggers.
I mean, considering Piff's size, it might be closer to full-on plate mail.
Maybe.
It's like that Dark Souls armor set where if you roll into someone with it on, it hurts them.
Oh, the spiky armor set?
Yeah.
She has this.
Just try to hit me. I dare you.
Giving sort of a cursory inspection of the boxes, a lot of them appear to be, at least in the area that you're standing here, a lot of these boxes appear to be of a similar make. So it appears to be foodstuffs that are brought in. But it all appears to be preserved foodstuffs. So it is foodstuffs that are designed to last for long periods of time without being consumed. Strangely enough, you do see at the barrels over here, one of them is leaking a little bit.
Piffles is gonna start rummaging through shit and shoving preserved foods in her pockets.
How many preserved foods would you like to take?
As many as I can shove in my backpack, so like, I don't know, 10.
Yeah, go for it. 10, and you can make that a mixture of dried meats and or fruits. Moving over to those barrels there, searching through them, both Esteban, you, and yeah, Caleb, if you're going to be looking through them as well. What's leaking out of that one barrel you see against the wall there appears to be blood.
Oh, are they making people jerky? Runs over.
No, they're not making people whine.
Caleb, looking over the barrels that you have there,
Oh no, it's more like people.
you notice that each of the barrels on the ends have a symbol in thieves' cant in chalk written on them.
What do the symbols say?
It is a singular symbol for blood.
Oh, so it's just blood. Is this
It's people juice.
you? Gross.
Yeah, someone else already figured that out. And he points to the symbols on the barrel.
It seems that all of the barrels in that area in which you are standing have that symbol. Some other barrels may be carrying it if you go to check.
These barrels are all blood.
Stop it from getting
Those ones are all marked, and yeah, you can see there's one of them that's like dripping just a little bit. The blood that's coming out of the barrel, curiously, for how they're stacked here, looks like they've been here for quite a while, but the blood that's leaking out is curiously fresh.
Oh boy. And these were all filled with preserved foods?
That's right, dried goods, meats and fruits.
Alright, I'm just gonna...
Is this a vampire bar? Because it's starting to look like a vampire bar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've eliminated any.
It looks like they're trying to make people whine.
I'm pretty sure we've proved there are vampires here.
I mean,
probably
look at
jerk
these
vampires.
big barrels over here. This looks like it's going to be a lot of people whine.
Piff, not too far
Not
ahead.
a vampire bar.
Another tiny bit of piffles out here. Peace was
Check the
never an
RT
option.
section.
There's a cloak filled with daggers. Anyway.
Yes.
But yeah.
Alright. Caleb's just gonna run up to Piffle. Not too far ahead.
Okay.
Don't know.
Over here.
It's too bad we have no good way of dragging this back to Autometh. We could easily get the vampires there on our side.
Alright, actually, while I'm over here, just gonna take a look at the larger barrels, see if there's anything leaking or thieves' cant symbols on them.
There is nothing leaking out of them, but looking at the front, the largest of these massive kegs that are down here are marked now with two symbols. One for the word blood and another symbol for the word reserve.
Oh, so actually blood wine.
So it is people wine.
I'm looking over
Vampire bar.
the barrels full of blood with Arcana right now.
Okay. Looking over them, you can't quite tell what the enchantment is, but you do know from even just living in Autometh, like you do remember that things like this were done for the vampires that lived in the areas where they would use magic to preserve blood in storage. As a matter of fact, when you were in Tonberry's brothel with all the vampires, you do recall that she drew blood out of a person and magically stored it in a crystal decanter.
Vampire bar.
It appears as though they have a lot
A vampire bar.
down here.
What's in the boxes near me now?
The boxes over there are there's like one or two more boxes of preserved foods, and then you see in the barrels that are actually next to you there, the ones that are sitting up, appear to be filled with wine. They have like stamps on the sides of them indicating their vintage and the type of wine that is being held in them. As well as a lot of the other boxes that are there have simple sort of household goods. There's a number of different things that are in there, like clothing, utensils, bits and pieces of just, like standard peasant things.
Piff is going to start climbing boxes and grabbing things.
I think we should probably move on. This seems to just be a storage room.
But what if we need more disguise?
More we know that there's apparently experiments being done down here, and the guy who brought us here was too afraid to even come into the storeroom. I think better proof is going to be found further in.
Should we take some of the blood with us so if we run into vampires, we can be like, look, we are starting a vampire bar. Would you like to try it?
No.
Too much. It's too much to carry.
It can't hurt to continue checking what else is in here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They might have more, I don't know, dangerous things that we can use.
Food blood stuff.
You guys do that. I'm going to go to this door and listen. Just to see if there's anyone in there or whatever's going on in there.
Is
Moving
there...
to... Oh, okay, so yeah, going to the... Sorry, just because I'm gonna get to you guys in the back there in a hot second. I just want to quickly cover Caleb first. So moving up to the door that you see there, they appear to be, like... They're not ostentatious like the ones you guys saw upstairs, but they are not ramshackle. They are simple, sturdy wooden doors here. And as you walk up and you give yourself a listen to said door, I'm just going to carry the 19. We'll say that that's still your score going here. You do hear hushed voices from the other side.
Can I make what they're saying, or is it just like...
It's not only muffled, it's very distant. Like, you can hear people talking, but it's far from where you are.
It's more like an echo in the hall.
It sounds less like... why is there... I found a snack icon. Can anybody explain that to me? what's going on there? I'm gonna get rid of that.
I copied and pasted. I'm gonna assume that's what happened.
Yeah, you fucking ended up in the aether someplace. All right, so yeah, what you do hear, though
Nick
muffled,
is cloning himself.
It appears as though the tone is specific to people having sort of an animated conversation. People talking almost excitedly.
Almost excitedly. Alright, I'm just gonna...
I
There's
see
no,
what
like,
you're doing.
keyholes or anything for me to take a peek through?
No. It just appears to be a standard door. If you want to try to roll stealth, you could, and I could see how much information I could give you when you sort of peek through the door, if you want to, like, open a little bit and peek.
And Talrund is way over there.
It's fine.
Remember what happened last time we opened a door?
Yeah, gotta be careful.
Actually, no, I don't remember the last time I opened a door. I imagine fire. There was a lot of fire.
Was there fire?
The last time we opened a door as a party, there was skeletons staring directly at the door.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That was upstairs. We got in trouble. Ooh.
I don't trust any doors in this building.
I see. Well, let's go for an instant replay.
Sneck, you can't move that far away. Remember the spell?
I mean, he can. He just doesn't get the extra 10 to his stealth. That's okay.
No.
It is.
It's a spell. It's the spell Sneck has on me.
Oh, okay. It is relatively quiet. I mean, it's not your best work as a sneak and a thief, but you do open this up, and looking in and down the hallway, it does reveal that you do see that there's another set of doors on the far end. Here, let me just grab the map that the folks at home are seeing. You see like a long hallway, a pair of benches there, and a long stonework hallway, and you see down at the end here there's a pair of doors. There's a corner that it goes around, and another set of doors here. The voices you are hearing are coming from there. Getting back to the other fellows, looking up through those boxes, again, through the boxes here, you see a mixture of foodstuffs, as well as, like, personal effects that appear to be, like, folded and kept in storage here. So it would be like, if you wanted to start a town, And that would be the town you start, I guess. Like, if you wanted to, like, give out food and, you know, personal effects and, like, pots and pans and cutlery and other things for, like, whatever personal effects that peasantry would keep when staying at a location, like, these are the sorts of things you would find. And then again, in the barrels, you do see that it does match the same description as the barrels against the other wall. It is indeed more blood.
And one final set to double check.
Same thing. The two upward barrels that you see there are definitely wines. They're stamped with their vintage and type of wine on the outside, and then the boxes is just mixtures of like preserved foods, so breads and you know, salted meats and cheeses and salted or not salted but dried fruit. Other preserves.
Why does he have all this?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting like the arrival station at Auschwitz kind of feel from this.
Yeah.
Gross.
I was kind of thinking, like, wait, so there's a bunch of household stuff and preserves.
I feel dirty.
Gross.
Here's the the void. So, you know what I'm gonna say? With a 23 in perception, looking over all of the things that you've got here in front of you, this stuff wasn't taken from people.
It's all new.
It's all new. Like, all the clothing and all the personal effects that you're finding in these boxes are all new. Like, there's a box and it's just pants, and there's another box and it's a bunch of shirts, and there's another box and it's like a mishmash of different, like, personal kitchen items. You know, just little bits and pieces. Like, another box contains, like, a bunch of the same kind of shoes, but all in slightly different sizes. And if you recall, on the first floor, you did see a servant in the left room when you were going in, standing at the head of a table to which no one was sitting. All of the clothing that you're finding in these boxes appears to match the same clothes that she was wearing.
Are they making more vampires? Is this a vampire making place? Is this like where vampires do it?
Either that or a lot of this is the standard uniform for servants.
It could also
Okay.
be in this much excess. The Hunter's Moon. I'm starting to get the vibe that they're trying to turn the entire town into vampires.
Yebs.
That's
All right.
an interesting theory. Not exactly a sustainable one, because they need non-vampires to feed off of.
All right, I'm just.
That's why they got all the blood stockpiled.
Just gonna close the door. Go to here. Okay, there's a big ass hallway down that way. A few doors to take a look, but I suggest we do a quick sweep of the room, see if there's anything else here, like other doorways, hatches, anything like that.
There are
Take
two
a
more
quick peek.
doorways there and there.
Yeah, like these
Over
two
here.
Let's
Yep, there's another one there.
pick a door and take a peek.
All right. Everybody's splitting up. Let's do a little clockwise here. Caleb, are you gonna stealthily attempt to make your way in there, or are you?
I'm gonna do stealth. Yes.
All right, roll me some stealth. No whammy. There you go. 23. Ever so quietly, you open this door, and it reveals on the other side the relatively like small hallway. You see there's a large stool, and then it goes around the corner. You want to like sneak up to the corner there?
Yeah, I'll just sneak up to here.
Sneak up to there. Awesome. Yeah, looking around the corner reveals the remainder of that space, and as you can see, there's like again some of these large casks that you find have the same symbols in chalk written on the front of them, and then a large series of bottles made along the walls.
Okay, I'm just going to go up to one of the bottles, just pick one off the rack, and just undo a cork, give a quick whiff.
You pick up one of the bottles. There doesn't seem to be any labels or writing or anything on them. But picking off the cork and giving it a smell, it is a strange mixture of Cabernet Sauvignon and blood.
These people are fucking weird. Put the cork back on and just put it back on the rack.
It's like gross. Puts it back.
We could take a bottle and present it to Tom Berry when we get back.
Ooh.
Okay, well, in that case, yeah, I'll just swipe a bottle then.
Go for it, yeah. Put into your inventory, bottle of blood wine, bracket, literally, close bracket.
Gross.
Okay.
Don't drink that. It's fermented people juice.
And just as a little quick.
The people part of it is actually probably not fermented.
Ew.
There is another quick aside that we've got from our lovely resident artist. It's the void. In the art section.
One.
Someone with the space voice go. Void.
Come on. Come on. Holy.
Help.
Yeah.
It's just you, Sneck, and the void. Anyway.
Oop.
Yeah, so now you have a bottle of blood
I just
wine.
want to say this real quick. Cutie Kitsune, you are amazing.
You're the best.
Right?
Thank you for being fantastic.
Killing it.
She does this so quick too. It's just all of a sudden there's more art for us to giggle at.
I wonder how you spelled Tabasco.
I'm still snickering at that. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that was the best. Oh, man, that was great.
Everyone in chat praise Cutie Kitsune.
Yeah. And hire her for Xmas.
Praise.
Commission her stuff.
Start the cult of Kitsune.
Cutie cult Sune.
Don't do that. She'll be another underlord.
Ooh, shit. Snake would have to come after her then, wouldn't he?
All
Now,
right, so
moving along.
you have yourself a bottle of this wine.
All right. I will
If you're
over
heading
here.
back to the entrance, then we're gonna turn our attention down clockwise to Drakier. Are you gonna stealthily open up a door?
No, because that's going to lead to getting me into deep trouble. I am listening to what is behind the door.
Roll me perception.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
You don't
And
hear
then that
shit,
happened.
my dog.
Sounds like wood.
Do you do anything else?
I am going to wait for Alloy to be done with his door and to come help you with this one, just in case.
All right, Alloy, what are you doing?
Also not just gonna be opening the door, just gonna be listening as well.
Roll me perception.
Yep.
20. You can hear.
Everything.
It
God damn it, Squad. Killing me. You're killing me.
Fuck, that was perfect. Oh god. Oh
The
man.
timing. God damn it.
Oh my goodness. So, anyways, you can hear on the other side of the door. It's distant, but you can hear what appears to be conversation between a group of people. Just a small group of gentlemen, maybe a dozen, maybe half a dozen guys. And you also hear the rattling of chains and the scraping of metal.
Okay.
Kids.
Cool.
Great.
Gonna leave that door
Cool.
alone for now.
Love it.
We're just gonna leave that. All right, and coming up to Talrin. What are you up to?
I'm going to try to sneakily, listen and open the door then.
Roll me some stealth, my man. Oh, yeah.
How's a 36 for being sneaky?
Fuck yeah, bud. Yeah, you absolutely open that door. It's super quiet, and you find another one of these rooms, containing several barrels on their side that are of this wine vintage, and again, more of these massive casks of blood reserve. And then a few of these bottles of what appears to be blood and wine mixed together.
We really gotta take a bunch of these back for Tonberry.
I was thinking it would be a nice reunion gift with my daughter. I'd grab one and shove it in my chest.
Nice. Put a bottle of blood wine in your inventory.
Just a quick sum for the birds to gather around.
Yes, that spooked me. Meh.
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 Oh, Bean.
We'll bring back as much as we can and become good friends with the vampires in Autometh.
You finally have blood again.
But
I mean, you didn't see they had a shortage while they were there, but yeah.
ah.
I was talking about like Talran finally has blood again.
Yeah.
Talran has blood within his cold, dead body again.
If there's any good skirts in these boxes, I'ma look for them, and also I want some salt for making more people jerky later.
Yeah, rummaging through the boxes, in and amidst the sort of clothing and personal effects and preserved food, you do find, like, a sack.
There's any kazoos!
There is a sack that is about 5 pounds of sea salt, if you want to take that.
Oh, that's a lot of pounds. I am very small. I'm just gonna take some of it out and put it into one of my pockets that has a hole in it and will slightly leak salt.
Okay. I guess.
Why do you do these?
Because I'm a salty bitch. That's why.
Why? Why are you the way you are? So, yeah, you take a fistful of the salt, cram it in one of your pockets you know has a hole in it, and it slowly
I
over the
don't
next
know,
little
but I
while,
will find it later.
you
Just
won't.
saying, I'm
It will
shoving
be
it in
everywhere. So you
Exactly.
you
I don't-
cram a bunch of salt into your pocket. You now have a salty pocket.
I think the running theory is that either like all of her pockets have a small hole in it, or the only
Pretty
pockets
much.
that are. She's like, I need an empty pocket, and she, pats the pockets around and goes, "This one's empty," and doesn't question why it's empty, because it presumably lost everything that was in it previously.
That's how I greened out for 2 days. I ate something out of the wrong pocket.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Stop putting everything in your mouth!
All right, so you guys.
Chaotic good.
You guys
That's
make
what
your
I
way
do.
back to this area. What are you guys up to?
I tell the others that I could hear many things in that hallway.
Oop.
What'd you hear, Dracula?
I heard nothing at all.
Weird.
Nothing at all.
Caleb, well, we should double check them. Which one do you want to check?
I'll take Dragiers.
Okay, Tonberry, I'll watch chat. Go ahead. Okay. So once again, going clockwise here, Caleb, you find yourself at this door. Do you want to try to quietly open it, or do you just want to go on in?
Quietly.
All right.
Remember, this time you are within range of pass without a trace.
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm just gonna say we can just carry your stealth, and we'll just with a 10, you're within range. We can just give you 20 if you want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Silently, you open the door, and it reveals a tiny room where there is one cask of wine against the wall and one cask of blood that is against the other wall, with a series of bottles in mixtures of being empty and filled. Appears to be the bottling room. I don't have an item for it, but I'm going to say, like, in one of the corners of the room, like, over here, you see that there's, like, 2 jugs, one with blood, one with wine that, like, goes to a series of bottles in, varying states of fill, and there's, like, one of those cranks for putting a cork in the top.
Alright, well, in that case, I'm just going to turn to Drakir. Well, no wonder you didn't hear anything. These bottles aren't talking. Shut up, you know what I mean. And just close the door.
All right.
You know what? I am half tempted to spit some acid into the mixtures of corking.
No, don't.
Fuck up the whole operation. That'll teach
know we're here.
Looks
at the corpses. Okay, that's a bad example, but still.
So,
But you gotta make it be funny. It's just like they go to drink, and then just suddenly a hole dissolves into their chest.
Talrand at the door. What are you up to?
Has Caleb finished saying the last thing he said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, Talrand got to the door and was like, okay, looks at the corpses, okay, that bad example, and Talrand goes, oh, we should hide those.
Yes, that's an excellent idea. Excellent, yes.
Maybe hide them in one of the blood barrels.
Oh, good.
The blood barrels would be too, like, there's
They
not
would overflow if we put
Oh,
a
wait.
person in there.
not a hiding
Is
place.
there a broom nearby?
No.
God
There's
damn it.
prestidigitation.
There is
prestidigitation.
You have one dead cultist and a pair of dead skeletons lying in
I could
varying
prestidi-
states of disassembly on the floor.
I could prestidigitate the skeletons away if they're mostly dust, but I can't. It's not going to do anything about a full-blown body.
Yeah, no.
You
can
deal with that.
stuff them
I'll
in
deal with
behind the
this.
boxes.
You deal with that. I'll deal with this guy. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drag him over to the stool and just excuse me, just set it up so that way he's just sitting and keeping watch.
Yeah. Roll me performance. Or deception, whichever you prefer.
He has a smiley
Can I aid
face
him
with
with that?
holes on his chest.
I'll use deception. I have a +4 in that.
Yeah.
I'm aiding.
Okay, you're gonna aid. All right. I'm gonna say the two of you, in tandem, prop the body on that little stool, and you sit him there, and you he's got his head down, and you like kick one of his feet out, and you put like one of the empty bottles like in his hand, and so he's just kind of sitting there slumped over. Like at a glance, like if you shift the robes around a little bit and you like dust all the ice and blood off of him because he got froze on the chest and then shot 4 times. So you're like, yeah, if you like move his robes around a little bit, the robes are already kind of like black, so the blood doesn't kind of show that much. Like at a glance, yeah, it just looks like he fell asleep. But like if anybody touches or checks the body, he's dead. Like that's obvious. That's a body.
Were you thinking that stool, or are you thinking that stool?
I was thinking that stool.
Oh, that stool. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like sorry, he snuck away, found a quiet corner, and just.
And up to that stool he goes.
Lovely.
Yeah, so you do the same thing. You kind of like prop him up on that stool in the corner there. Kind of give him a bottle and leave him. Close
There's
the
just
door.
a really long streak of blood that Dracula cleans up as he walks back.
Prestidigitating as you guys go is cleaning up
Yeah.
the mess.
I completely forgot about that.
Using prestidigitation, you also manage to like clean the blood and the other stuff off of his clothing, so it looks at the very least from a cursory glance again like, looks like, yeah, no, he just fell asleep. But like if they check him, then he's a corpse. That's not going to fool anybody. It's definitely a weekend at Bernie's moment, Kara. That is correct.
Aloy's gonna throw the chunks of bones and stuff behind the boxes here.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, you grab those piles of bones and stuff and just like one by one toss them back there, just sort of in little piles and whatnot, throwing them in behind the boxes, between the boxes and the wall.
Well, me and Caleb make a Weekend at Bernie's out of this body.
I just tweak it a little bit here. Just comb this a little to the side. Just give it a little bit of a scrunch. There, perfect.
Draw a mustache on his face.
No. The idea is to make it look like he fell asleep, not like he was attacked by a bunch of school children. By a bunch of children.
So yeah, you get them all in there. Moving back to that door, you find yourself in said situation.
I'd wait until they're finished and wait until everyone else followed up.
Yeah, wait till everybody's ready.
Yeah, just walking back though, he turns to Dracula. Where the hell were you hiding that marker anyway?
My robes.
What else do you have in there that I should probably be worried about?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Like how Kara in the chat's just like, put him in a box. Why? Like, why? Why? What are you doing? is Piffles coming along?
Yeah, come on. Sorry, I didn't realize they're
Ooh, Piffles,
so
come
far
on.
away.
Come on,
Come
Never
man.
ask a wizard what they keep beneath their robes.
Ew.
It's rude.
I thought they just shirt dicked it. Isn't that what makes them wizards?
Jesus Christ.
Because they can whiz anyway. Whiz.
Oh.
I just
There
realized
are
that
fat
Alloy is
men.
running around in hot pants over top of his plate mail, according to
Pretty
the
much.
picture.
A little bit.
Little bit. Underpants on the
glorious, I
outside.
love it.
Superhero.
Don't judge.
That's what makes a superhero, right? Captain Underpants. It's underpants on the outside.
I had to pull up the full drawing just to confirm what I thought I saw in his character.
Oh,
All right.
Christ.
So you're at the door. Are you gonna attempt a stealth?
Yes. I think I'm not going to do an attempt. I am just going to stealth
All right, sweet.
with a 29.
With a I was gonna say, like, moving up to the door. You absolutely, like, with your continued spell that's giving you guys quiet, you quietly open the door and you find effectively like a small antechamber here, where there is a series of doors, again just ahead of you, a pair of benches and a curiously empty large bucket.
No hints of red. No, just like perfectly clean bucket.
That bucket appears to have a bunch of gross goop in it. Hard to tell what it
Ew.
is, though. If you want to try to roll either like perception or survival.
Can I dip the dagger in it and
a
see what
21 in
happens?
perception. This appears to be some kind of bile.
Ew. Gross.
It is
Bile.
old, rotted, sick.
Gross. Gross. Hey, I actually got 22 for perception. That never happened.
Like, do I know that it would be really like unpleasant to be contaminated with?
I mean, you would know that it's not, like, it's disgusting, and if you eat it, then that's bad, and it stinks, but it's not, like, poisonous. If you coat a weapon in it, it wouldn't immediately harm somebody if you coated a weapon in it. Though
Is
if
that
you do eat it,
something-
I will
is-
poison you. Like, that's...
Is that something that's on Shaman's list? It smells gross.
Yeah, does everybody remember Shaman's list?
We need blood of a lesser vampire, but I don't see fermented puke on here anywhere.
I don't think it's on here.
No, but if it was vampire blood, he might have needed that, or vampire barf. But I don't know if that's vampire barf. It's just stinky barf.
Yes,
It's stinky.
it's not
just
blood.
stinky
With that
barf.
13, with the 13 in medicine, can I tell? Do I know what part of the body this came from?
The mouth.
I just looked at the group photo, and sure enough, Alloy is wearing hot pants. He's wearing a real shirt, but hot pants.
I wasn't kidding. They are really short.
I didn't. They're really short and really tight.
He's out there
No, I
and
did
Wear
not
short
living his
shorts.
best
How do I
life.
wear short shorts?
All the choice
He just likes
for
jorts.
metal friend.
It's fine. He likes
It says
jorts.
jorts. Oh, the jorts.
Yeah, it's jorts. It's like
I know.
There's
Brian
nothing
Davy
have-
Brian
Gilbert.
David Gilbert. It's just
He doesn't really
jorts
have
essentially.
anything to cover, so it's like.
Oh
Oh.
god,
I mean,
I love
it-
that video
hey.
so much. The jorts.
So the next door.
The next door.
Hate on the
Sorry.
short.
I'm
Don't hate
gonna
on the
let
shorts.
you carry the same stealth as you move up to silently open the door. It appears to, as you get to it and creak the door open quietly, it reveals another strange antechamber with one small door at the end there and another series of doors over here. Actually, never mind. Those aren't doors. What you see is the hallway kind of turns in that direction, and you see a set of iron bars.
Oh boy.
Rather, metal bars.
Before bad to the cows.
But other than that, the
I
room is
don't-
empty.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
This is
What a
how you
wasted
make
space here.
hamburgers out of people.
A lot of wasted room. Quietly moving in. Is everybody gonna move stealthily, or is Peeps making noise?
You know what? I'm gonna hold back.
Who has the lowest stealth out of the 4 of you who have moved in?
That would be me at a +1.
Okay. Roll stealth for me, please.
Luckily, we still get that +10, so
Mhm.
that's
This will be your group stealth check as you guys snickerdoodle into this little area here. And it's a 13 plus 10 is 23. You're good. Quietly moving along to this area here, you move up and you see a set of metal bars, and on the other side, you see in collars and in chains
Doggos.
several of those sort of haggard, molting, disgusting-looking werewolves.
Now, only if we had like a camera.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that's my bad. There's like a bunch more of them in there. And I'm gonna do it. I put a bunch in for like I put 2 in for the sake of some stuff. But yeah. As you get up, there is something strangely curious and ornate about the bars and the door that is basically the opening, the mouth to the cell.
Did I say a ton? I meant a fuck ton.
Is it silvered?
Roll me perception. With a 22, yeah. You recognize, especially you being semi-former monster hunter, that these bars are not only of masterful make, but they are also of, like, they're silvered. Like the bars themselves are not silver at their core, but they are lined and in some areas fully plated with silver. All of the werewolves appear to be like not only collared and like chained into the room, into like a point here in the center. Here, I'll ping like there. They all appear to have like chains mooring them to that space, but they're all kind of in a mixture of like lethargy and anxiety. It appears as though effectively they're like, it's like a person who's like heavily strung out on drugs, and is like tweaking.
What are they tweaking on? Did they drug him? Pupper.
What the fuck is happening down here?
I don't know.
Well, that's an excellent question.
I get the failing answers behind door number 3 and go
Oob.
here.
Should we chuck them some of the food we found?
Okay,
to help
so
the pupper?
moving by the door, with the werewolves in it, you guys are gonna have to do a big old group stealth, if you're coming along to that area. And
Oh no!
once again, moving to that area, I'm guessing the Dracula's probably got the lowest of the group.
Yeah, the only one lower stealth than me is Alloy.
God damn it! I only got a 10.
We're
But
doing a
stealth
group checks.
It's
Oh
a-
shit!
It's a
So-
group one,
Sorry.
so it's just Dracula that makes the roll. That's okay.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
That's okay. That's okay. Just to like help
Oh,
things go
16.
faster, I was like, if you guys are moving as a group, then the person who has the lowest score is the one who rolls. So with a 16, you guys make it past the door, but one of the werewolves like kind of looks and in your direction. As you guys are walking past Piffles, one of them notices you. As you move across the opening, it seems to look straight through you. It hears you
Can I
pass,
check?
but they kind of don't.
They ignore.
Yeah.
They don't care because it's not what's going on with them. Should I
moving up
toss
to
them
this-
a snack?
What's that?
Said I kind of want to toss him a snack, but it's probably not a good idea.
Probably a bad idea, yeah. Moving up to the other door here, you can definitely hear there are a mixture of voices on the other side.
Can we get any idea of how close they are?
How close they are? The voices that you hear aren't close to the door. I'd say they are probably, like, you're getting like maybe half a dozen voices, maybe more, from the other side. They're not close to the door. They appear to be a little bit further in the next space.
Okay.
All right, just gonna turn to Talron and look back. Should we get Alloy over here?
Perhaps.
All right, I'm just gonna signal to Alloy, just advance on our position. So.
All right, so yeah, when he gets to the
Rush
doors,
me, damn it!
he'll also Jesus. Do you want to, in this particular moment, roll, or do you want to take time and just sort of like take a 10 on it? It
We're
will
allowed
take you
to do
longer. Like you basically, well, I mean, no, you actually wouldn't be able to take 10 in this because you are under watch from other NPCs, and there are people in the immediate area, so you would have to roll. Sorry, never mind. I was like, no, you can only take 10 when you're not when you're not being immediately pushed by a situation. But yeah, Steve sneaking across the far wall. Yeah. Roll me a stealth there, Alloy. Dope. All right, so
That's a 21.
yeah, you get you hold on. The chat's a little ways off. Yeah, on 11, you with a 21 with that, like you sneak across the far wall, get into the room proper, and get up to the door. The werewolves do not seem to notice you.
All right, let's do this.
Across.
He's also not made of meat, so
This is
probably
true.
doesn't. They're not alerted to his smell.
Talron steps back and, suggest to Caleb he opens it and just prepares his bow just in case.
All right, but I'm just gonna reach for a knob, turn to Talron. How do you want to do this? Stealthily?
Hide in a corner.
We'll try to do it stealthily, but we don't know what's on the far side of the door. So, be prepared to go loud.
Many
Okay.
dogs.
And with that, just hand on the rapier and just try to open the door quietly.
All right. Are you just gonna like open it and peek in?
Yeah, just a quick peek at first.
Okay. So, yeah, for this particular case, roll me some stealth plus 10.
Wabata!
Whoopaka! Okay, so 19. Opening this door, you see on the other side here. I'm gonna move the camera as well, so the folks at home can kind of see what we're doing here.
I noticed he just barely avoided a natural 1.
Indeed. You see on the other side there is an antechamber there with a pair of stairs. There's another door just to the north of you at this position. There's a stairs that go up, and then further into the room, let me just grab my my reveal tool. Bonk.
Sweet merciful fun.
You see a number of cultists standing around in discussion. 2 of them appear to be standing over top of the bodies of some werewolves over against the wall. Just around the corner, you do see the edge of a large table that has a number of tools and different bottles mixed with strange liquids.
Yeah.
But you see there's a number of people in the room there, all wearing similar robes to the person you saw outside. 3 of them appear to be wearing domino masks, which cover the upper halves of their face. The other gentlemen in the robes appear to be directing them about.
Okay. just so we get this organized. Who's attacking from ranged?
I got daggers.
I think if in the opening salvo, because of their particular spacing, I should fire off a fireball.
So should Piff.
Okay.
Fireball in building would be very, very attention grabbing.
I can also.
Yeah, but we also
do
know
my
that there's
thunder dude.
we're underground, and we know that any other voices are on the complete opposite side of this floor.
I have thunder wave.
There's a set of stairs going up right beside us
True.
to an entire another floor that we know nothing about. There's more doors in there that we don't know anything about.
I also have that dissonant whispers. And I can
Just
give
to
them
point out, whether we use fireball or not, any distance that fireball would be heard from, the sounds of combat and spells in general are going to be heard from.
Ooh,
So
are
if
these
we're
guys?
So if we're going to fight everybody, if we're going to fight this group, we should open with fireball, because whether we use it or not, anybody who's around is going to hear the conflict, because we can't wipe these guys out before they can react. This is going to be noisy if we do this, no matter what.
Are they wearing metal masks? Because I could do heat metal and skull some bitch faces.
Does anyone have the silence spell?
I have
That makes
No, I got
casting the
sneak.
spell silent. It does not make the spell itself quiet.
Yeah.
I also have shatter, but I don't think it's gonna help us.
That would be really funny if you could make a silent explosion and kill a whole bunch of people with no noise whatsoever.
Yeah, that was my thought. Silence, then fireball. No one hears a fucking thing.
Actually, yeah, if you use like a zone of silence, that would work.
But I don't got that. But I can do dissonant whispers, which still it's like one person gets 3d6 of psychic damage.
Alright.
Doesn't matter. It's like fireball's the one spell we have that can hit them all at once and deal some decent damage and wrap this up fast.
It basically comes, are we going loud or not?
Thunderwave too, though. Thunderwave can do a lot of.
Does anybody know how to cast Zone of
Thunderwave
Sorry?
does not
No.
deal nearly as much damage as Fireball. Fireball is 8d6.
True, this is 2d8.
Yeah, that
And-
is the max damage is
And sorry, how much is fireball?
8d6.
8. That's a lot. Yeah. Okay. Because dissonant whispers does like 3d6, but
8d6, and it would be to every single one there.
yeah.
So the question now is not so much what to use exactly, but it's do we want to attack these people?
Yeah. And do we
For
want to do it loud?
There's no way we can do it quietly.
Do
Yeah.
we want to do a small guerrilla strike, or do we want to nuke them?
Well, small guerrilla strike is still going to respond with them getting to react and be loud and possibly shout for help. And
True.
I'm going to point out, fireball is a. Let me find it here.
Everybody.
A bright streak flashes forward with pointing finger. A bright streak flashes from your pointing finger to a point you choose within range, and then blossoms with a low roar into an explosion of flame.
Mm-hmm.
Not like the world is ending explosive sound, a low roar.
It's a roar. It's just like
But it's
low not in its volume,
Roar.
but in its tone. Like
Alright.
And it's going to echo in this
Okay.
building.
it's the
everything
basement
And
is
of
if
a
I
big
pull out
castle.
those bad pipes are the noisy.
Yeah,
We
like
can't
Basically,
do this
we're-
quietly.
We are
there's
either
a-
avoiding this conflict or we're being loud. There's not
Yes.
really a choice otherwise. So what are we going to do? Are we going to go a different direction, or are we going to be loud?
I don't like the idea
don't
of them
know.
butchering the werewolves.
Me too.
Okay.
I'm with you guys on this.
Here is what I'm going to suggest. Alright, first of all, we open up as such. I will sneak into about here. Talrand will try to sneak in about here. Then all of a sudden, Drakiar, if you were to come to here, cast Fireball at about, would here. be enough to get most of them?
I'm gonna be real. They can cast fireball from here, hit here, and hit all of them.
I have
Okay.
150-foot range on this spell.
They don't even have to enter the frickin' room.
Okay, in that case, new plan. Dracair will go to there. I will go to here. Talrin, if you were to pick up a sniper position wherever. Piff.
Yeah.
And
Like Piff and Dracula can just stand here and here.
I was
Side by side,
Piff, if
and
you
just-
were to double shotgun fireball Piff and Drakiar into the room. If we could have
Will this be
Alloy-
Piffle's last
Yes?
fireball?
I mean, each
It's a good
set of
question.
fuel has 2 shots in it, right?
Each
We
set
only-
of fuel has a shot.
Yeah, so I have I think I have 1 shot left. Because I've already fired it once since we've left. And did I have 2 vials of the flame flammable shit? Hang on, let me check
Yes.
my inventory.
After you fired it, you had 2 more shots since.
Okay, so I still have 2 shots. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Alright, so to summarize, me here, Talrin picks sniping position, Drakiar and Piff here, double shotgun fireball into the room, Sneck and Alloy then enter the room and join me going in to join mop-up operations while Talrin picks him off from a distance. Any objections?
Sorry, am I using? I did not hear all of that. I was busy trying to figure out why there's saw coming out of my pockets. What happened?
Once more from the beginning.
Okay.
You're gonna fireball right here, after Caleb moves in, and after Talrin moves in. Basically, once Dracula fireballs right here, you're gonna
Yeah.
fireball right there.
Okay.
Alright.
Done.
Talrin, do you have Talrin, any follow-up?
If we see no immediate return, like immediate follow-ups from anybody rushing into the room, I might try to bear trap the bottom of the stairs just to cause problems for anyone who rushes down slightly later.
Yes,
But beyond
good,
that-
smart. Yes, we'll do that. All right. Did
That'll-
everyone get that?
Ah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Still a little nervous about this because this could turn bad.
Any other thoughts?
Mm.
I'm open to suggestions.
Like I said, we either go through them or we completely leave this entire area. And if we're going through them, this is the best way of doing it.
How many fireballs can you cast per day, Dracula?
2.
It's a lot of guys. And we
It's
haven't let
time
them
for
hit us back
glorious
yet.
combat.
Yeah, we are kind of at that point where it's like, let's just wipe the room so that we don't have to worry about these guys hitting us back.
Let's go.
Come on.
All
or
right.
say, somehow frame
So-
a vamp or werewolves.
Who's going first?
Not me.
Caleb's got to get into position.
All right,
Yes.
I got the farthest to go. I'll go first. So stealth.
You know what? What was your last at a 19? You can carry that if you want.
Yeah, I'll carry it.
All right, where are you trying to stealth to?
Here.
To there. Okay. Let's see. Yeah,
I would have re-rolled that since you're only 1 over your minimum roll.
it's low. It's low ass light. And that's still within 30 feet when you get to that wall. Yeah.
Is it?
It is not.
No.
You would lose that benefit along the way there. So
Shit.
yeah, you're gonna have to roll a new stealth.
Even if I start following in and right behind him.
If you guys want to move together, then
Yeah.
whoever has the least stealth roll makes the roll.
That would be Caleb.
That'd be Caleb. All right, so Caleb, roll me a stealth check.
All right.
Anything other than a 1 is technically going to be better than what you got.
Okay,
go.
dope. Yeah, so with 16 plus the 10 that you're getting from Talrand, 26. You guys just like creep in along the wall, and you guys are gonna be like moving sort of along this wall here to get in over to the corner. Yeah.
Talrand was moving to about there, but if Talrand moves in 10 feet, then it's stealthy.
Then he'll be within range. Okay, so you're gonna move behind the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, you move in, because the stairs go solidly to the floor. There isn't an area under the stairs that you'd be able to get under.
Sounds good.
Get behind the stairs right there. Move you guys to your spots. Yep, you are within 30 feet, just at that point. Oh man, this is great. So you guys move into position. How's this go?
So at this point, it's Drekir and Piff coming up and fireball the crap out of things.
Yeah.
Drekir and Piff kick open the door.
This is for you, Mr. Classic Magic. I kick open the door and cast Fireball.
And
All
we
right.
can hit it right
And
here.
Payday 2 music starts.
So
You
you
gotta
are
run
going
into
for there, huh?
Yeah.
Um,
You gotta get here.
You know what? I'm gonna
Dibs.
give you guys a little bit of that special stuff, a little bit of that good time.
Ah. Yeah.
You kick that door open. It blasts open, and you cast Fireball. All of these guys have to make reflex saves in order to take half damage. But roll me what the damage is. Jesus Christ, it's 22 fire.
Fuck.
All right.
First on toes.
You absolutely kick that shit open. And you light off that room. You know what? Because it's a surprise, I'm gonna say these guys don't get, or at least they have a disadvantage on making this.
They're
What
flat-footed.
do they have to make? What do they have to roll? They have to beat DC 15. No. No. Oh, that's a strength check. Whatever, it's the same bonus. And the other guy. Nope. Nope. Oh, wait, no, that guy does make it. Oh, no, they don't, because it's disadvantage. So, one dude makes it. No. That guy makes it. Nope. Okay, cool.
Shit.
These three dudes with the masks on get fucking annihilated. They get absolutely blasted against the table. The door against the far side of the wall there blows open into the next room. And a bunch of these guys get hit with fire. They're just like, oh, what? And then Piffles, you step up and let that shit off.
Whoa.
Piffles comes around the corner.
I don't have a roll for that. Can you just give me the bad part?
And it goes up. What is your spell save DC?
Fireball myself.
Yeah, roll again for me because I don't have fireball.
That's okay.
What's your spell DC?
Let me check. I think it's 14.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
Oh, God!
Okay.
Yeah, it's 14.
It's 14 in order for them to get... Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You see
No.
why it's
No.
been crazy to cast
No.
this spell.
No. Yes. Okay. But it's that guy. He didn't make... All right, so the second one goes off in that room, and all of these fucking dudes get erased.
See, wasn't it worth getting these fixed up before the tournament? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, so you kick open the door, you casting one spell, and then Piffle's coming around, and they just honk that next one off with their bad pipes.
And an ally comes charging in.
Yeah, you guys all come rushing in, and you are treated to a absolute disaster of corpses lying around the room.
Oh well.
You guys come in here and it is body central in here. Thankfully, where you cast it did not damage the table, but it did catch the guys in front of it and blew open the door to that room here. Let me quickly just reveal some of the room on the other side there for you.
And there's only the slightest hint.
that's
All that's
darkness.
left is the hint,
Reveal,
is the
come on.
smell of bat guano and sulfur.
Ugh.
Thankfully, it's not bat guano because you are using a spell focus,
Right.
so you're not using the materials.
Can you
It just
take
smells like
thermite?
whatever. It just smells like whatever that stuff I put in the bad pipe smells like when it burns
Kerosene.
up.
Yeah, it smells like a very serious accelerant to you. And coming into the room, you set a bear trap on the stairs.
That's what I said I was going to do.
Oh God!
Nice. Nice.
Christ. Okay. All right. No, it's fine. How could you have known?
The pair's very serious encounter. Party decimates it before anyone can even move.
So no, like, hold on. Let me see if I can find this thing. So you guys quickly run in. You see across the table there, the wooden table, you see there is a mixture of, like, tools that are bloody. There's a few bottles that have collections of strange alchemical fluids in it. And a bloodstained book has been placed against the thing there. You set a bear trap on the stairs. As you're getting into the room, you do notice in the corner of the room there's a pool of blood, and there appears to be a large iron key. And coming down the stairs, as you guys come in, is a human peasant. He comes down the stairs, and he appears to be dressed actually in the same kind of, like, clean clothes that you saw from the crates and whatnot earlier. He looks to be very malnourished, pale, and and a little emaciated, and he steps down here onto the bear trap, which then clamps shut on his leg. He stops, slowly looks down at his leg, and goes, "Oh," as he's staring at it. He then looks up to the rest of you, and very silently, as he's staring at everybody in the room, silently says, You shouldn't be here." What do you do?
Snake starts smashing amulets if I can find any.
I'm gonna take a look at that key.
Did any amulets survive the explosion?
Yeah, you got a large, bloodied large iron key. Add that to your inventory, Caleb. You have that.
You might want to cast sleep on this guy.
Looking over the bodies, in what is left of these charred corpses, you find one or two of the amulets intact and promptly smash them.
Talron casts sleep on the guy in front of him.
You cast sleep?
Yes. With my fist.
I was like, do you know sleep? And then, like, with my fist, I'm like, oh, you don't, but here we are anyway. Cool.
Go to sleep,
Very cool.
Go to sleep.
Admittedly, Talon would go for a choke out because the guy is stuck in a bear trap right now. And
Nice.
Are you attempting to do it lethally or non-lethally?
Non-lethally.
Non-lethally. All right, roll me to hit.
What stat would you like me to hit with?
I'm guessing strength, because do you have like you don't have unarmed combat as like a trained skill, do you?
Yeah,
are you proficient with unarmed?
No.
Yeah,
that's like 1d4.
Striking with an unarmed now in 5th edition, if you are not trained or proficient in unarmed combat, striking with unarmed does 1 damage.
1, right?
Yeah, it goes up to a d4 if you're trained in it. And you have the option of doing lethal or non-lethal. If you're not trained in it, you're just going to start punching this dude in the face repeatedly, which, I mean, might not kill him.
I mean,
you're not
what I was
exactly
trying to
sure
do
how
is
do
trying
that.
to get an arm around his neck while he's not moving because he's in a bear trap and choke him unconscious.
Are you trained in that? Like, I don't know if you're trained in that or not, though. So, like, I'm trying to think of what the stats would be for you trying to choke out a guy without.
This is
any
why I
normal
said
training.
Piff should
You
probably
might just
cast
kill
sleep.
him.
It would be better for me to just smack him in the head with the flat side of my short sword.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, well, yeah, if you want to try
Please
to
be a
do
stealth one.
non-lethal damage with your short sword, just roll the hit with that, and we'll say it's non-lethal. I think you can just do non-lethal with.
I don't remove the sheath from my short sword.
Yeah, you just wonk him with the butt, or just whap him with it while it's still in its sheath. Fuck. Yep. Roll for damage.
Kara's right. The stream says we'll only have one viewer.
What?
Oh, that's weird.
Weird.
Twitch
That's
is
just
having
Twitch being
a
dumb.
yeah.
Yeah,
Twitch is-
Twitch is
especially
having an
tonight-
issue because there's a lot of people.
Yeah,
Twitch
there's-
is having conniptions.
Twitch is having some.
Especially tonight with the Game Awards going on.
Oh,
yeah.
right. It's
Yeah.
They're having some.
Wow.
They're having some times. It's fine.
The tubes are
that's where
clogged.
that's where the
Tubes.
Sephiroth announcement was made.
Someone's got to snake Twitch's drain.
Yeah.
the
So
what announcement?
with 6 non-lethal damage, you take out your short sword and just like absolutely whump this guy in the head. And he just goes, "Oh," and falls over to one side onto the stairs.
We should probably
Oops.
remove the bear trap now.
I remove the bear trap and make sure he's not going to bleed out from that.
Yeah, like
Oh.
it takes a little bit of dressing. His leg is broken from the trap. It absolutely broke his leg. And you can stop the bleeding, but like you can cast a healing spell on it maybe if you want to try to like repair the damage, but he looks to be like he was in very bad shape when he came down those stairs. Like getting a closer look at him, it looks like he was like emaciated, malnourished at best.
The way he was talking, I would half believe he was under the sway of a vampire.
Yeah, I do expend the spell to fix the leg. I felt bad about that.
I feel bad.
feel bad about that.
I feel bad about that. Yeah. So, you cast like a healing spell on him, or do you just try to like set his leg?
Cast Cure Wounds.
Cure Wounds. Yeah. So you manage to heal him. And I don't know if healing brings you out of unconsciousness.
I can hit him again with my sword.
Yeah, sure. We'll just say. It's as you like wrap his leg a little bit and then cast heal on it, and then he just sort of like sits up like, oh, and then he falls back asleep. You think he might have almost said thank you. He might have started saying thank you, and then you knock his ass back out again. So you have an unconscious dude on the stairs with you here. Here, let me put his sleepy time. There he is.
I think we moved him to be like leaning against the wall or something.
Proceed to use rope to tie him up.
Yeah, we'll put him against the wall there, where he fell over, and sure, we'll say that you bound him. There you go. He's got a little net thing on him, so he's unconscious and he's bound. Peeking into that room there, Caleb, you do see that there are like a number of beds in there in varying states of use and disarray.
In use, like there's people sleeping in them, or
no one's sleeping in them right now. But they're like varying states of use, is in like varying states of people have been using them. So they're disheveled and kind of dirty. Coming around the corner, you see that there is another cell on the opposite side of that area. And here, let me just turn for the camera for the folks at home. So there's the room where the beds are, and then coming around, you see another cell, except on the inside of the cell, you see that there is just a single bed and a single man sitting in a wheelchair.
Weird.
By the way,
damn it!
Before the guy showed up on the stairs, I had rolled a 23 on Arcana and was about to examine the stuff on the table.
On the table? Okay. So looking over the objects on the table, it appears as though like there's nothing really magical about what's happening here. I mean, it's hard to tell what they were doing to the two werewolves, as both of their corpses against the wall got incinerated recently. But looking over the tools and the stuff, like there's a lot of alchemical junk here that you don't really recognize terribly. But the book is an absolute collection of everything that they've been doing down here, whatever it is that they're doing.
All right, just gonna turn to the rest of the group. There's a cell in here with a single prisoner. He's in a wheelchair. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna talk to him.
I'm going to be examining this book.
As soon as he says that, I go with Caleb.
Okay. Here, let me see if I can.
This might be our smoking gun.
Damn it, map. Yeah,
That's okay.
God
fucking damn it. So yeah, as you move to that area, and Drek here, you're gonna be examining that book.
Yep.
All right. So looking over the
Talon.
moving into the room, your senses are assaulted with like another deep smell of sort of like rot as you approach the cell, but not necessarily of rotting corpses, but of just like an unwashed person from a very long time. Reading over the book. Oh, did you remove the bear trap or did you leave that there? Sorry, I just meant to ask.
Yeah, I took it with me. Sorry.
Okay, so the bear trap is no longer there.
You could have rearmed it, but okay.
And dude is there, and Alloy, you've moved to there. Okay. Reading over the book, Drakiara, you can tell that whatever these people were doing, they were seeing if, effectively, how long a werewolf could withstand being turned into this form and maintain any semblance of sanity or bodily function. And if, when they die from this fashion, if their bodies would be suitable for reanimation into undeath.
Right.
Approaching the cell, it is quiet and terribly stingy and very poorly lit. You approach, you see that this gentleman is not only sitting in a wheelchair, he doesn't appear to be bound or shackled in any way, but there is obviously a barred cell door to him. But he is also blindfolded. Do you approach quietly, or do you just approach the cell?
You know what? I'll just... You know what? Not quietly, just approach the cell and say nothing. Before I do, just turn to Talrind and give him a look like, keep her back there, and just motions to Piff.
Just stay back. As you approach the cell, the head of the man in the chair, like, twists as he cocks one ear in your direction. You can see a little bit better as you approach closer to him that his teeth are sharp, and his beard is haggard and long, and his hair is sort of matted and drooping over his face, and the hands that he uses to grip the wheels of his chair to turn his rusty, squeaking chair slowly to face you are hairy and clawed. When he speaks, a silvery mist comes out of his mouth. Who's this, then?
One who has ventured into your town, looking for answers, but keeps finding only questions.
I would expect, perhaps, that you were one of them. Come to play a game, to get me to talk. But I would say that the explosions I heard earlier would have been a bit much as a theater to convince me that you are somehow an ally.
Not so much theater as, shall we say, efficiency.
Indeed. And he, his hands, as he grips the side of the wheels of his chair, shake and rattle a little bit. And it's definitely, from what you can see at this distance, it is not shaking from weakness. As he grips the side of his chair and purposefully, slowly squeaks his chair towards you, up to the door.
Alright, at that point, I'm just going to turn to the side, see Talrin there. Do I see Sneck there?
Yeah. Is Sneck coming up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just going to motion to Sneck. Stay back.
I ain't getting any closer than this.
Okay.
No, back further. I don't know what to expect. Just stay with Piff for now.
Ah.
I'll go back to here.
Don't want either of you getting caught in anything unfortunate.
As he wheels up to the door, sniffs the air purposefully around you and says, "There's nothing to fear from a blind old man." And once again, there's a steam that comes out of his mouth. "What brings you here, strangers, friends?"
Hunting for answers about the blood moon. Hunter's moon? Hunter's moon. But,
Yep, Blood Moon's a different franchise there, but...
yeah.
Are
you the source of the vampire? Or source of the werewolf?
He sort of tilts his head one side to the other. Yeah, he sounds friendly. And says, "Source, no. I was a spiritual leader to them once. Now they hold me here and perform tests."
What sort of tests?
"To see how long I can survive under their moon before madness takes me."
Sorry, spiritual leader to the vampires or the werewolves?
"I am no friend to the leeches." He sniffs at the air again, tilting his head to one side of you, like one side to another. "One of you smells like an open field, like grass and sky. The other smells
Everyone looks to Piff.
Yeah. And
I feel like he was actually describing me and Caleb.
I know, I'm the one who rolled in all the grass and picked on the mushroom and flower.
I'm pretty sure he was describing Talrand and I.
Yeah.
At that point, I just, after he describes this, I just sort of furrow my brow. Who are you? What is your name?
There is a long and purposeful pause as you see his face drop a little bit. "It is hard at times to recall who I am. It has been so long that I have been here, resisting the moon, maintaining control. I was once Calvin."
Calvin.
Or at the very least, what is left of him.
We don't know that name, right?
We don't know who Kelvin is.
No, I don't think so.
That name hasn't been given to you yet, no.
Okay.
We'd probably know of it if we explored a different area first.
Wanted to make sure I wasn't sitting here going, I forgot what the name was. But yeah, okay.
He smells the air again, a deep and purposeful sniff around. He says, "The air smells strangely familiar."
Snack waves.
He's blind snack. He can't see you.
Yeah, he's wearing a blindfold. He can't see you.
Snack has not noticed this.
Familiar how?
Just a quick question. How much did that book I picked up weigh?
Like 5 pounds.
Oof.
It's like a book. It's like a tome. Like a big book.
It's a book you
A
kill
lot of
somebody with.
diagrams of these guys being cut open. A lot of anatomy sketches in varying states of decay. And varying states of like, oh, this is one of them that we cut open after the first while, and here's the next one after, several days, and here's one after a week. Yeah.
I swear, it's like, yeah. Oh my god, it's like the Umbrella Mansion.
So, familiar how?
He, as he sort of sniffs the air again and grabs the side of his chair and wheels over a little bit closer to Caleb, kind of just on the other side of the bars, he leans forward, clinking his forehead against the bars, and his skin, as he's doing so, sizzles ever so lightly against the silver that is woven into the masterful bars of his cell. He takes another deep smell of the air. Mistral.
What did you say?
Shut up.
Mistral. You're a Mistral, aren't you?
We came here because of a mithril.
How do you know them? How do you know my name?
I smell you, my boy.
What?
I smell you, and I smell the air inside you.
Oh.
We're getting
Weird.
Caleb's knowledge. We're getting bits of Caleb's backstory.
My name was once Calvin Mistral.
What?
Like you, I traveled. You smell of the road and of death. But then I found my way here, hoping I could survive, eke out a living, leading others who cannot live on the surface like myself. But they found me, and they took my legs, and they took my eyes. But I can still smell.
That's... doesn't make any sense. And Caleb's just sort of taken aback. He's just gonna step back by 5 feet and just...
Sorry to interrupt, but we have another cutie doodle.
We'll get to it.
Not right now.
He sits back in his chair again, quietly listening to the air around you. From the outside of this area, you see Alloy and Drakiar coming on down the stairs. Is another couple people.
Uh-oh.
Because that guy didn't come back up the stairs after a bit.
Oh, shit.
And they find him at the bottom of the stairs, tied up. And they move to either side of him, and they just silently stare down at him, and then slowly turn to the room, and then turn to face the two of you standing by the door. And they go, "You shouldn't be here."
Yep.
Alloy, run across the room and punch them.
Come on, do it!
Oh, God!
Smack him with the help!
Oh, gee. Oh, God. All right.
Clubbing one of them clubbing one of them upside the head. With my staff.
Just smack them with your halberd.
Oh, for fuck's
Smack,
sake!
smack,
Hold
smack,
on.
smack,
Far
smack,
away.
smack.
I don't have the halberd equipped.
Damn.
That's my full movement to get all the way over to get.
Oh
like,
fuck! Right? Yeah.
An attacker who reduces a creature to 0 hit points with a melee attack may choose to knock them out instead of killing them as non-lethal damage. In 5th edition, it has a similar non-lethal damage rule to 4th edition, appearing in the player's handbook at page 198, knocking a creature out. A attacker who reduces a creature to 0 hit points or more with a melee attack may choose instead to knock them out instead of killing them.
So we have to get them close enough to dead.
So yeah.
To knock them out.
Well,
do you attempt to move up and then use your 2 attacks to hit them both and try to knock them unconscious?
You can pull your halberd out as part of your movement.
Up to you if you want to use your greatsword or your halberd. It is up to you.
Sure, just for the reach.
Just the smack, smack, smack.
Though I can only hit the lady. Still.
Oh, and you move to there?
Smack, smack, smack.
Yep, yeah, because that is your full movement. You pull out the halberd, and you make an attack. Roll to hit. Yep.
Shit.
Roll damage. Yeah.
Oh crap! That's not that much damage.
That brings him to 0.
Wait, that's hold on.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a D10, so it's 3 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, I can re-roll that.
Oh, you can
Or
you can
re-roll
that.
the.
Oh, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, when you roll a 1 or a 2, yeah, because you rolled a 2 on the D10, so you can roll it again.
Fuck.
Roll again, because that's
Yep.
still a 1 or a 2.
If the new roll
No,
is
I
a
have to
1 or a
take it.
2, you have to take it. So
But I still have a second attack.
yes, you do.
Nice.
Yep. Roll damn. Yep.
Better.
So you run up and just hit this lady twice, and she passes out on the stairs. The gentleman who is standing there next to the 2 of them watches you just fucking wail on this person with like the butt end of your halberd until she passes out, looking down at her, then looks up at you and goes, "Oh." He doesn't do anything. Do you move up and knock him out?
Yep.
All right, move up.
Yes.
Roll the hit.
That's sweet.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck.
It's so bad. Yeah.
This is so great. This is so great, you mean. It's great. This is fantastic.
As soon as the others get back, they just find a mountain of unconscious people.
So you guys, while you're in the corner having this extremely interesting conversation, hear Alloy just clank, 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 clank across the room, and then just wails the fuck out of some people until they are now in piles on. There is a pile of 3 unconscious peasants on the floor over there.
Nice. We have a peasant pile.
Move
This is
them
where we
off
stack
the
the
stairs at
peasants.
least.
Where would you like to move them?
That's a good question.
You gotta
We can feed them to the
roll on
werewolves.
Put them like right here.
Over around the corner there. Okay.
Yeah.
So you.
So they're
yeah,
out of line of sight of the stairs.
You
I
move
thought
in and you pile them there. The room is still full of charred corpses. If you would like to move them.
Yeah, we might want to do something with the
Oh right,
corpses.
sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. For the people at home who can't see, I apologize. I zoomed out a little bit, but I zoomed in too much. They came down the stairs. They're now piled along that wall. They are now piled over there, and that's the situation that you're in. All right.
Forgive me if I'm wrong. Didn't we look in this and you said it was like a bunch of beds that were in various states of use, or was that this one over here?
That's the room that you're in, that you're standing at the edge of. That other room that you are pinging has not been investigated.
Real.
Okay. So why don't we take all of these wonderful people and put them over here?
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're gonna
let's-
move the
let's do
bodies
that.
against that wall, like all the charred corpses. You're gonna sort of move them in like so.
I more meant like put them all over here so they're not in immediate eyesight when someone comes down the stairs.
Okay.
Blackened and twisted and blown off door is though.
Yeah.
We'll just take the door off. The door's already up its hinges. It'll just people won't notice the fact there's a missing door.
So while
I'm
you
just
guys
gonna stay at
while you
this
guys are
corner
talking
here and just keep an eye out.
While you okay, cool. While you guys are talking to that fellow in there, your compatriots begin dragging in a truly ruinous amount of corpses and a few unconscious peasants.
We're just gonna like leave the peasants in a pile with the corpses so they can wake up and be like, "What the actual fuck?"
You remain
Gregor,
by
I'd
the
re-
corner
I'd
there
recommend
for
not
the
standing
stairs.
there.
Do you guys yeah, you're gonna hide around the corner. Snack, are you gonna remain in view or are you gonna move into the room a bit?
I'm trying to stay. Like I will duck just out of sight, but I'm trying to stay within like. I need to stay within 60 feet of him.
Okay.
I'm trying to stay inside of everybody.
Because you need to help. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I can see everybody.
Because you are the healer.
Yes.
So yes, you are within range there, and you guys maintain your position. Now back to the room. The blindfolded man then sort of leans back and sits on the chair as your compatriots begin ferrying in a pile of bodies. He doesn't seem to react to them, and just continues sitting in the chair, blindly staring through the bars at the both of you.
I feel like he's probably used to the smell of blood, and the smell of scorched body is probably new-ish, but definitely came in the door already.
And we got ourselves just real quick before things get mega serious again. We got a little picture of Talon going, It's fantastic.
I
all
have
right.
to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Go for it.
All right.
Bow break. Yeah.
I'll be right back as well.
All right. What are you guys doing by the cell? Talon and Caleb.
All right. Well, Caleb's still just trying to process all this because, well, Doc, according to my backstory, I was gonna say, this isn't Caleb's father, is it?
You don't know. As far as we know, Caleb never met his dad. Or at the very least, you know your dad's name as Hill Baden. But you're not sure who that person was, and your mother was run out of town for having a half-breed child.
Alright, just hold on. I'm trying to find... Ah, shit, where'd it go?
But the bloodline minstrel could obviously extend further beyond the two individuals here.
I have returned. Where are Nibs?
Here
Just
we are.
talking about Caleb's family.
I thought we were talking about corpses.
Alright. Just going to...
The fellow before you is not a Ganassi. You can definitely tell he's at least, or was at some point, human. So
I'm just...
he wouldn't be Hill Baden.
Alright, I'm going to step forward and just sort of steel myself a little. Just... Does the name Lydia mean anything to you?
Silently he sits, leans forward and cocks his head to one side. Lydia.
Yes, Lydia.
He takes a long, deep smell of the air again. You're Lydia's boy.
Yes.
Shame about what happened. She was my niece. We lost track of her when she was run out of town.
She raised me. She raised me at the edge of the forest. It was just her and I. I never met never met Hilbaden.
Indeed. I'd say, at the very least, between the two of us, as far as Mistrals go, you seem to be doing a bit better than I. He smiles a bit and chuckles.
Sorry, just to back it up, you said Lydia was Calvin's niece, or?
Yes.
Okay.
So that would make him your great uncle.
He's your grunkle! Grunkle werewolf!
Right,
Grunkle Calvin.
Write this down. As Grunkle Calvin. Alright.
I'm gonna scope the bodies out for anything that I can use for people, because I got a pocket of salt.
Your half pocket of salt that still remains, as most of it has been trundling onto the floor as you move about.
There's more in the box.
There are charred and mostly corpses here as you search around.
They are past well done.
Do you attempt? Well, I mean, some parts of them aren't burnt. It's a mixture of fire and impact that killed these guys.
Yeah,
so
broke.
there are charred and broken bodies that you have here. You think that, I mean, with a dagger, you could probably make some more people jerky with the salt you've got, but it'd take some doing.
I could also loot these unconscious people.
Yeah. Roll me perception.
I'm real bad at those, so let's hope.
Yeah, looking them
It's
over,
5!
they don't appear to have anything on them. It just seems to be the clothes. They weren't carrying any other objects that you can find. Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
so after the revelation, just oh, he's my uncle. It's just after hearing shame about what happened to her, lost track to her after she was run out of town. Caleb is actually going to fill him in on what happens.
Guys, sorry, we're past 3 hours and my project group for school is trying to call me back.
Okay.
Oh.
They're just having a couple of issues with our project and it's due tomorrow.
Okay.
So I might have to back out, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You know what?
On this revelation of Grunkle Calvin, I think
Grunkle Calvin!
this is a pretty cool place to pause it. What do you guys think?
Okay.
Yeah.
Grunkle Calvin and a truly absurd amount of corpses that you've dumped in this room.
Yeah, we actually got some stuff done. We explored a big chunk. We got into a combat. We explored more things. We scared off a dude. And we met.
Someone's going to walk into that room to take a nap. And they're just gonna find what the fuck are with all these bodies?
After a long day of being an asshole and a cultist, time to get some shut-eye. Jesus! Alright, so thank you everybody for coming on out to our live stream of D&D 5th edition at the B Team. It's Grunkle Calvin, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So thank you all so much for coming out. This has been a huge amount of fun for me running this for you guys. I'm so glad that we were able to sort of get in here and do this and enjoy ourselves. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I have been your kind and benevolent DM, Dr. Tarot, Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius in the Flair 4.0. This is our wonderful game, and we are joined by our wonderful players here, of course. At the top of the list, we've got Esteban playing Talrand, our skeleton archer.
Very, very quiet for the important conversation going.
We've got Raynor coming in playing Drakiar, our draconian sorcerer.
I finally got to cast Fireball.
Nice.
And of course, we've got Kaldaka Grey coming into play Sneck, our kobold cleric.
The longer this goes, the more I'm sure Sneck's going to get the entire party killed here.
Probably.
And of course, Quad playing our Warforged warrior, Alloy.
I never got my glorious combat.
Oh, you got smoke with the halberd, though.
Comes charging
There's
into the
no honor
room,
in that.
and then the body is just everywhere already. Like, oh man.
That's okay. You got to do an after smack.
And we've got Palanthir playing Caleb Minstrel, our Air Genasi rogue.
Well, best example of breach and clear I've seen so far.
And last but certainly not least, we've got Ambisaurus Rex playing Piffles, our Goblin Bard.
Oh my god, Cutie colored the piff
I
ball.
got a pocket of salt. Kind of.
Kind of. So thank you all so much for coming on out, and we will see you all tomorrow on our next live stream. End of line.